And we are live.
Hello, hello. How's everyone?
Good.
Oh,
Oh, I'm tired. I didn't even register that I was asked how I was doing.
all right.
Womp
Too
womp.
busy
Okay.
fighting the DM in chat.
As usual for a change.
Going
It's okay.
places.
I'm just gonna go. You know what? You destroyed one MacGuffin and almost TPK'd everybody. You want to do it again? Please be my guest. Here's a shiny rock. Go touch the shiny rock. I demand it.
Bring it on.
In fact, you cannot
I look
cannot
all
move.
shiny rocks. Give me all.
In fact, you cannot move the game forward until you touch the shiny rock. Please touch the shiny
Jesus
rock, Killatam.
Christ.
Please. It's good to see everybody. It's been too long. I am sorry for this slight interruption. We've had scheduling and health and holiday and the whole 9 yards getting in the way. But hey, we're back. We're ready to have some more fun on Kashyyyk.
Look, in our defense, yes, we were going to get home late the last Tuesday, but then our flights decided to fuck us over and we had to spend the night in Minneapolis. So even if we wanted to, we couldn't.
We wouldn't have. Nope. No, the airline just said, you know what? Screw you guys. You do not get to go home, and you do not get to have fun, and you lose half of Valentine's Day transiting from one place to another because we're not even giving you the direct flight you were supposed to have. Now we're gonna bounce you to like 2 different other places before you even get to go home.
I'd like to just
On
say,
top of that, you had to stay the night in Minneapolis. I mean,
yeah.
I
I know, of all
mean,
it's a
places.
joke
I've
to
been
anybody
there.
who lives in Minneapolis.
I was there on vacation probably like, this was a long time ago. This was like almost a decade ago, but it was all expense paid and everything. So where we went was actually nice. It was like southern Minneapolis, so there was a lot of like art and culture and a lot of like parks with arts and stuff like that. So it was actually really pretty. But of course, driving there from the airport was like, oh, why would you want to live here? It's just me. Hopefully, we stayed in a nicer part.
Zoro, chat's saying your volume's a little low.
Oh, is my mic low? My mic was a little far
Not
away.
on our
Is it
end.
better now?
On our end,
She's a bit low
you're
on
fine.
stream. Oh,
Yeah,
It might be
we
the
can hear
OBS setting, maybe.
don't make me scream. I mean, I'll turn up the volume on OBS, but
Yeah, I think it's OBS
I'm
setting.
naturally loud, so I don't want to. I tried to not hit the red.
Right.
So hopefully, but thank you. I appreciate it. We don't know until someone else does. So
Yeah.
just like if no one can hear the
Basically.
music, there's no music playing right now. But just like if no one can hear the music,
Rosa-
we don't know until
Mm.
chat says something.
Yeah, Rosa
Yep.
says you're good now, so whatever you did worked.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah, I just
Awesome.
cranked myself up on OBS then. No one wants me to
Thanks,
mouth my
Rosa.
microphone.
Oh, nice, Joker. I hope you enjoyed Poland. Actually, my parents went there a couple of weeks ago, and they really enjoyed it too.
Nice.
Okay. So, yeah. Speaking of trips and crazy things, Kashyyyk. Been a while, so quick little refresher for those who need the refresher. Our party had gone to Kashyyyk looking for information about, as Zoro so elegantly put it, the Sunblade, but we know it's called the Sunsaber. Looking for the Sunsaber. And Zoro,
Look,
I will roast
furiously
you for
type
like.
when my child's hanging on my arm, okay? I'm
I will
surprised I did it without any spelling
Uh-huh.
errors this time.
I will
Uh-huh.
roast you for weeks on end. But yes,
Excuses.
right.
Oh, I'm sorry, is
Skill
that where the
issue,
fake
clearly.
fan came in?
No, I didn't
Skill
say that
issue.
actually. But yes, moving on.
I believe Hobo over you.
Wow, you believe Hobo when he actually admitted to bullshitting about the fake fan thing?
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
Straight up
believe it.
said,
This is
Believe
this is how much my own significant other hates me. They will actually take somebody else's word for it, who flat out said they lied.
I
Yeah.
can't believe you called her a fake fan. That's unbelievable, man.
Right? I know,
know.
right? I know. You know what? I guess the truth hurts if she's that butthurt about it. What? I said nothing. Moving on.
And we know who's sleeping on the couch tonight.
On the couch, bro. I'll be lucky if I'm allowed out of the
No.
doghouse. Never mind the couch.
He's
What are
not
you
allowed on
talking
the
about?
couch.
He's out of the
finds-
country at this point.
I
He
man, I
finds the
literally
couch
am.
too
But
comfy. I can never punish him with the couch. It's too comfy. Actually prefers the couch, so no,
Right?
it's gotta be something.
Oh. Well, we'll find him a new spot that's not
right,
so comfy.
gets banished to the couch. Buys expensive couch. Couch is super comfortable. Yes, please banish me to the couch. You have no
Oh, no.
power here.
Oh
Anyway,
no, the couch with the built-in massager. Oh no.
right. All right. Jokes aside, though, here we were. on Kashyyyk looking for information about the Sun Saber. And we had bumped into a little bit of a situation where the current chieftain was being challenged, for chieftainship, if you want to call it that, by a fellow Wookiee. And he had, unfortunately, due to some unforeseen hint, hint, nudge, nudge events, lost his double-bladed, broadsword that Wookiees fight with. And it had fallen somewhere into the lower levels of Kashyyyk's forest here. And our party, being good intent, full of good intent here, offered to go and get it for them. Which led them to fighting, I believe it was a matriarch, right? It was a Gundark matriarch, I'm pretty sure. At least one of those alpha ones, one of the big Gundarks. Along with a few smaller ones. They handily ended their entire career, notably due to one of Zizou's crits who rolled a nat 20 and then basically obliterated their entire life. But that being,
my dice out.
I mean, gotta love the nat 20s, right? But that being said, yes. So they fought the Gundark. They got the sword back. They ran away as the rest of the horde was chasing after them, and made their way back to the Wookiee settlement, only to see that the duel had started without the chieftain being able to get his hands on his weapon. Orta walked in, holding the sword, and had a bit of a moment where he kind of pointed the sword at the other two, almost starting a three-way brawl, which thankfully he kind of backed off from at the last minute here, raising obvious questions from the rest of the group, whom decided to tackle this issue in the privacy of the ship and not on a public forum. So as a result, our party had kind of retreated back to the ship, while the duel had finished with our chieftain being the victor, yeah, there we go, being the victor, which obviously led us to a very fun situation where we'll have to go back and talk to the keeper of knowledge, right, who's the shaman basically that this chieftain orders around, and ask them for the information about the whereabouts of that saber. And I believe you guys were also looking for a certain Jedi master who was able to heal kyber crystals, and had apparently exiled himself to Kashyyyk as well. So there was a bit of a dual purpose to the trip right now. And you guys had gone back to the ship, and I don't know if you guys were going to talk to Orta right away, if everybody's going to go to bed and then talk to Orta in the morning, or, screw talking to Orta, we're going back to Kashyyyk. But at the end of the day, right now, you guys are on board the ship, right before it's time to go and rest. And that leaves you guys the floor to start role-playing. So go right ahead.
You forgot the screw Order, he can stay here. Airlock him.
Why am I getting airlocked? I didn't even
I don't know.
Anyways.
I do believe we were asking Order, like, what the hell at this point?
Which he had, like I said he didn't want to talk about it in public, and I think you guys had all agreed to go back to the ship. So at this point, you guys are getting back on the ship. And that's, I believe, where we're going to be starting this particular session. Zuri, I believe, needs to be AFK with baby for a little bit and everything. So I think Zuri can most probably go back to her room and rest early. The rest of you, though, you are left here with Orta in the ship. So go please right away, take the floor, and have some fun.
So, you want to tell us what happened here?
Yeah, we're going to need to know if you're going to be a liability and this is going to constantly put us in danger. We need to know what the fuck is going on.
Well, I don't. How to put it? What do you all know about Drathos culture and the planet?
Nothing from me.
And you, Zizu?
I come from a planet of nothing but xenophobes, so nothing.
Your people and my people make it along.
Well, not really, since they're both xenophobes, but yes.
You're perfect.
Sorry.
Well, we are a a very violent people who, more often than not, trend towards solving issues with blades, with duels.
Okay.
I spent a lot of time living there before joining the Jedi Order, and I was taught how to use a blade basically from the point I could walk. And it was a particularly hard place to not fight. With Ortez sort of just trying to find the words, but this is very clearly a kind of tough topic for him.
Mm-hmm.
And as he takes a moment to sort of gather himself, he heaves a big sigh, just sort of says, and tries to go back into it a bit more. There were days that my father would not allow me to eat if I couldn't land a blow on him. There were days that I had to duel non-stop with instructors. I was taught that if I were to get anything that I wanted, I would have to conquer what was in my way, fight what was in my way. It made me sick. I hated every day that I lived like that. But there was no way to go around it. There was no way to not participate in the bloodshed without me facing my death in the process. This sounds very overdramatic. Perhaps it is. I don't know. I was a child at the time.
So, did you just have like a relapse or something?
That would be the best way to put it, yes. I hadn't touched an actual blade. I hadn't touched a lightsaber, even, until this day after leaving my home. My master even afforded me the luxury of not training with a lightsaber all this time as well. So there was no reason for me to have touched a blade, and as such, I was able to hide from it. And clearly I am not strong enough to face it yet.
It might be something you need to face a little at a time rather than all at once.
Indeed.
More controlled environments. In the meantime, make a note to keep blades out of your hands.
That is appreciated. And it's at this point Orda sort of takes something off of his belt and puts it on the table. Lightsaber, the lightsaber he had just made back at the Jedi, at the planet that we were last at.
Python.
Thank you. It's been a while, you understand.
I got you guys. That's the point of having me here.
Yep. This was my first step in trying to conquer this, was making this blade.
So, do you think you're going to go berserk if you actually have to use it?
I think I'm not ready to face that possibility yet.
Well,
Do
baby steps.
you turn it on in front of people, or you just put the hilt down?
Just the hilt down. There's no reason to activate it right now.
Got you.
At least seem to be fine carrying it around, so see no reason not to.
Indeed. I'm very sorry for the trouble that I have caused today. And I will make every effort not to repeat the same mistake.
All right. So, mental note, keep blades away from you. And we'll be okie dokie.
I appreciate your understanding in the matter. And I wish I had a better reason for why I did what I did.
And we all make mistakes sometimes, so whatever. I think we're going to head to bed then.
Can't control PTSD. That's what it is.
Mibble sort of gets up from wherever he was sitting or whatever and heads to his room.
Okay. So with Mibble back to his room, Zizu, what are you doing right now?
Haven't really thought that far ahead yet. Been a day. Probably head back to my room. Spend some time clean up my weapons since I had to use them today. Clean the guns out.
Yep, good
Clean
start.
them up. Make sure they're all in working order. Reassemble them. And then
For
probably
sure.
just kind of relax. I'll check. I'm not gonna check in with anyone, but I will check like my emails and stuff to see if I got any more information in from that end.
Okay.
But I'm not saying any outgoing transmissions, so.
The only email you would have received at this point is just a confirmation that any information you find on the other two Sith that attacked Tython ought to be immediately reported to the Republic via this encrypted channel. That's about all you've received.
She kind of gets an eye roll from her as if I didn't already know that.
Yes, but you yourself know that, you have...
No, I know.
You just started working for the Republic Secret Services right now, and as a result, as one of their
I
younger
know.
operatives in the field, yeah, they're being a little over micromanagey right now, if that makes any sense.
No, I get what they're doing. She just has her own reactions to it.
Oh, obviously, I'm just saying for the benefit of everybody else in the chat who might not know the ins and the outs of the character. But that being said, yes.
Other than that,
Um,
I'll work on a skill for the evening. So I only need to sleep for 3 hours, so
Fun,
I am the elf.
right?
Um,
Okay.
I'll work on a proficiency in survival.
Okay, that works.
Nibble's gonna read his weapons book and see about going through what kind of weapons he's probably gonna make with that kyber crystal of his.
Okay. So the funny enough is with the kyber crystal, it's not just for lightsabers. They've been used in multiple laser type weaponry. So anything that does energy damage technically could benefit from you outfitting it with a kyber crystal. So if you look at the item list on the 5e website, the Star Wars 5e website,
Yeah.
you should
I
have
had written
a
down
filter.
some of them, and I did send you one, but then you told me the background of it, so I'm picking a different one.
Nope. Take your time, figure it out. Once you know what you want, send me a message. No problem. We'll find a way to make it happen. Always a pleasure.
Mm-hmm. After reading his weapon book, he'll probably turn in.
Okay, very good. So you turn in. You will be having about 3 hours of working on that for you, Mibble. As for Zizu, since you don't need to sleep more than 3 hours to get a full night's rest, you'll be getting a whole 9 hours of this.
9? Okay.
Yep. So, last but not least here, what is Orta doing?
Honestly, he's just meditating.
Okay.
Genuinely, that's all there really is for him to do right now.
Okay, so you meditate a good chunk of the evening away until it's time for bed, and then you go and pass out?
Basically. And then I wake up at 4 a.m. and have do my morning routine.
Okay. Yeah, so you go through your routine here, and this goes for everybody else, as eventually morning does peak here as the sons of Kashyyyk come above the horizon here. The son of Kashyyyk, sorry, comes above the horizon here. And you start to hear the Wookiees going about their business. You hear a couple of roars here and there as they are screaming at each other to pass either food or drinks or something.
Why can't they shut up?
Or something along. And yes, of course, Mibble is awoken by said noises, which apparently Mibble does not appreciate being awoken by such noises.
Why do we have to land on a noisy planet?
Why don't you just get some earplugs?
Do you see my ears? I don't think their plug's big enough for them.
Oh, I'm sure they make them. Might not be for ears specifically, but I'm sure they make plugs that big.
Objection, Your Honor. Of course, the health professional. The health professional gets it first. But yeah, moving on.
I got it.
Mibble does not answer. He just glares.
So, yeah, you all exit. Get yourselves a cup of stim sorry. Well, for those of you anyway who drink stimcaf, let's be real. And yeah, this is more or less the beginning of your day. If you guys have morning routines, you'd go through them here. the old use the bathroom, shower, well, sonic shower, the whole 9 yards. And as a result, you are more or less all ready to go by the early hours of the morning. And the airlock, yes, I will English. The airlock to the ship hisses open. And you once again get a big whiff of clean air, slightly musky from the decomposing vegetation that makes the bed of the forest, but still very clean, highly oxygenated air here. As you see again, like I said, the hubbub of this town. Do you have anywhere you guys want to go?
We need to go see the words of my friend.
Keeper of Tradition. The Keeper of Tradition?
Yes.
That is one of your objectives, yes.
Anywhere else we need to go?
Orta, Mibble?
There is
Can't think of any
nowhere
other
I need to
side
go.
place to go.
I do need to visit the chieftain to properly apologize for my actions yesterday, but other than that, I have nothing I need to do today.
Okay. So, on that note, right, you effectively decide that you guys want to go and visit these different individuals here. The first of you, well, I mean, the first that you, I mean, do you guys want to see the chieftain first, or do you want to go see the Keeper of Lore first, or Keeper of Tradition, should I say?
I think we should
Keeper
see
of
Keeper first, yes.
Yeah.
Chieftain
Okay.
probably
My
needs
thing
his
is more of
rest.
Yeah, well, considering the wounds he had after his duel, yes, you guys know he might need a bit of time. So, on that note, you guys head on out, right, to see this this Keeper of Tradition, and you remember that the chieftain had chin pointed you guys at the guy's hut so that you knew where he'd live and where to find him. As you get to that hut, you'll see that it is adorned with like a bunch of, well, for a lack of better terminology, knickknacks and totems and bones from felled, like particularly large felled Gundarks. You see the occasional weapon or trophy or whatnot that's been hung either from the ceiling or from the doorway to the hut. But yeah, you've essentially found the keeper's home, right? The Keeper of Tradition's home here.
Knock on the door.
Okay.
If there is one.
Not
there is
really,
one, yeah.
not really, but the frame next to the door, or
Close as I can get to announce that we are here.
so yeah, you make some noise at some point, of course, for sure. Zoro, if you are back, you'd probably be able to join back with them at the hut. But either way, at this point, yeah, you guys will go into the Keeper of Tradition's hut. You see that there's a small, fire burning in the middle of the actual hut, contained by probably some metal implement or another here, as he's sitting there mixing some herbs in what looks like a rudimentary mortar and pestle. Got you, no problem. But yeah, so via mortar and pestle, and you guys do enter inside the hut, and he grunts at you guys in Shiriwook here. which I believe, Zizu, you had the translator last, so you can
Yes.
probably hear it. Zuri can translate too, but she's not around. Mibble, Orta, you guys, do you understand Shiruk or not really?
Nope.
Nah, I don't think so.
Okay.
It's all gibberish to me.
So yeah, Zizu, you're basically on translator duty for the party at this point. As yeah, he turns around, greets them, and says, "Ah, the outsiders, please do come in."
I'll walk in, motioning for the others to follow.
Following.
So he'll offer you guys, accommodations, chairs to sit on by the fire, even a drink that you can't really, identify here, made of who knows what, really, and
Just takes like a sniff at it and like takes a taste.
yeah, it's very pungent, and when you take a taste of it, it's very, very strong. It almost feels like somebody made an alcohol out of probably like blueberry and oddly enough milk, which is not something you would want to have mixed. You know what I mean?
Mhm. He sort of like winches his nose a little bit.
The Wookiee chieftain kind of notice and gives you the old Wookiee laugh that and at that point, right, he does turn back to Zizu, seeing she seemed to understand, and says, "Well, again, what can I do for you?"
We were pointed in your direction for a bit of information.
Well,
are
after oh, go ahead, please.
And I'm sorry, player is forgetting what we were looking for. Specifically, I can't remember what we told them we were looking for.
I think it was something about the sun
Didn't
saber.
The last
I
person.
feel like we
to-
didn't name it though.
No. It was. Weren't we trying to find like a lost
Or
Jedi
to
who was able? Orta was
Yeah,
looking for a lost Jedi situation. That's what that was.
mm-hmm.
we were looking for any kind of information on any Jedi's that might pass through, anywhere the Jedi's might be interested in. We're trying to track some down.
Well, you'd have to be a little more precise. There have been a few who've passed through here. Actually, quite a few in recent memory.
More look at order. What was the name of the Jedi you were looking for specifically?
I feel like I had his. Where was this? Tell me I wrote it down. I had to have written it down. No, that is not. It was not Garm. That was a different master.
Yes, correct.
Garm was a very different master. We met Garm already.
Yes, Garm traveled on the ship with you.
Exactly.
Well, to start, we're looking for a couple things. One is kind of if there's any ancient ruins from the Jedi's from long ago. We've heard there's some artifacts that might be on world that we would like to track down. The second one was, once Order's done going through his notes, we'll give you a name. Because I'm just picturing Order sitting there going, "Where's my notes?"
It's not in my notes.
Failed. That's if I even gave you guys the name, to be honest.
We're
That
given
is the
something.
question.
Didn't the librarian give him a name or something?
Yes, that is the name that we are trying to remember.
Did she give you the name, though, is what I'm trying to remember. I don't remember her giving you guys the name.
I just remember that she said that he
gave
was
us-
on this planet.
Yes,
And-
that I told you.
That he
I thought we were
was
given a name.
conveniently both connected to the Sun Saber and the
Healing of the
Vivificate
Kyber crystals, yeah.
and healing of Kyber crystals.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think I gave you the name, actually.
I don't recall.
I mean,
Pretty
that's
sure I
what
did.
I
Go
was
back and
just
watch the
working
VOD.
off of.
Right?
Yeah.
No, we'll pull it up later. But either way, they do give you guys like a list of a few known Jedi that have passed through, and None of them seem to match for now, though there are a few interesting names that they kind of try to pronounce in Wookiee that don't really. Well, have you ever heard a Wookiee try to speak Basic?
No.
Yeah,
I feel like it would sound like the adults from like Charlie Brown from the Peanuts.
kind of.
Yeah.
So, long story short, they try to say those people's names, but it really doesn't come across too well. Yeah, so to that effect, he'll actually start. He'll pull out a claw and a piece of wood, and he'll actually start scraping the names down on the piece of wood, since he can't verbalize, names that are not of that particular
Wookiee.
language. And Shiriwook uses a slightly descriptive way to name people. So it's not your actual name, it's something that about you that makes you recognizable that's going to be used as your Shiriwook name. So the unfortunate reality of it is the names that he was trying to verbalize in Wookiee speech don't translate to their actual like galactic basic name, and so he is reduced to etching, those. Yeah, so he's reduced to etching the sigils, the galactic basic sigils, on a piece of wood, and you do recognize a few names here that were somewhat famous from the older days of the Old Republic. One of them, being Bastila, one of them being Jolie, one of them being even Revan is a name that ends up featured on that list of wooden bark. But not the
name's-
name you... Mm-hmm.
Revan, that sounds familiar. I'm trying to place it.
He...
Player has name problems.
Revan is one of the main characters from Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Jolie Bindo was a famous Grey Jedi that actually lived on Kashyyyk. You find him in the lower levels of Kashyyyk. Bastila Shan was basically Revan's. She was a Jedi, but she ended up. It's kind of murky, but you actually see in the MMORPG, there is a Shan, and she's basically a descendant of Bastila. She and Revan traveled to Kashyyyk together. That's where they met Jolie Bindo. But anyway, long story short, yeah, those are all names from characters from some of the video games, basically. So people who have played those, you will recognize. But these are, yes, some names that you see on that piece of bark, some of which you don't recognize either, but not the one you're looking for. And can y'all give me a quick, give me a lore check,
Ooh,
if you guys don't mind.
I can do that if my dice like me.
Go for it.
Oh, that's decent. That's a 19.
Okay, very good.
16.
Okay,
Give me
Or
one
Tom?
second. It's lore, was it?
yep. And Orta, you can do that one with advantage since you spend most of your time in libraries.
Thanks for accommodating my nerdness. I rolled a 4 and a 6. Cool.
But yeah, you're a little distracted by the emotional things that happened to you last session, which leads us to, thankfully, she who rolled 19 saving her butts here. As you will be able to remember that the name of the person you're looking for actually it sounds ancient. This would probably go back like several hundred, if not several thousand years. This is not somebody within the more recent time period, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely ancient name.
It's an old ass
Jerry.
name, exactly. And the names that this Wookiee keeper of tradition has given you, basically this list of names, they're all names that are how do I put this? At the very least, go back only a few hundred years, tops.
Okay. I'm gonna look back to the group. Anyone recognize any of these names? Think they might be worth following where they might have gone.
Some of these, I'll tell you right off the bat, Orta, you'll know. Like, stuff like Revan. Those names are infamous. You know who they are.
Neville doesn't know any.
It would probably be me or Zuri who would recognize these.
100%.
I don't know if any of them in particular tie to what we are looking for.
Seeing you guys not really like click with any of the name, he looks at you guys and he says, well, if the name you're looking for is even more ancient, I'm afraid it goes beyond the oral tradition that was passed down to me.
Fair enough. Is there anywhere where we might find ancient Jedi artifacts or ruins? Anywhere we might find things of old from beyond your oral traditions?
So he kind of scratches his head for a sec, and then, bleats out a long sentence in Shiriwook, which translates to, and badly translates to, but still translates to, him saying that yes, there are older legends, but they belong to the time where Kashyyyk was first colonized, and they call it the period of the growth, when the flatlands, the agricultural flatlands, basically all got covered by this huge forest that, well, eventually covered the vast majority of the planet.
I think the information we're looking for might be that old. Is there a specific place where we could look and maybe find some of these ruins still at least partially intact?
He grunts and says, well, there's one place, but it really is ancient and one of our most sacred of places. I'm afraid, even with the chieftain's permission, I cannot tell you about it.
Understandable. Well, we didn't come here to cause any issues with your guys' traditions or your sacred grounds. We might have to try another approach.
He grunts and points you guys back to the door, thanking you once more for helping, the chieftain retain his position, as he says that this particular Wookiee was definitely more level-headed than his challenger, and that, the current winner really is the one that should have won for the betterment of the tribe. Before, seeing you guys outside of his little hut house thing. Unless one of you guys have something else you want to say or do before he does so.
Just a respectful bow on my part.
Okay. Mabel?
Since he doesn't know what's going on, he just says, thanks for the drink, and puts it down.
When you say thanks for the drink, the shaman nods at, shaman, keeper of tradition, nods at you, gives you this, like, grunt of approval that you managed to even get through a cup of this stuff, and, has a little bit of a laugh, that such a small creature was able to finish such a large cup of something pretty damn strong.
Secretly, he kind of like dumped it behind him without anyone seeing. Like over the shoulder to us.
Makes sense. But yeah, so he does exactly that, right? As he goes ahead and it leaves you, like I said, releases you guys from his company here. Once you guys are out of the building and relatively out of earshot, Zizu, what do you tell the others with regards to all of this?
Yeah, I'll probably just give him exactly what was said and be like, we need to find a different approach. These are sacred grounds. I doubt we'll ever get permission. We need to find information about them. But we're not going to do that here.
Which leaves you with a few solutions, but yes.
she's right now and mentally is like, I really wish they just had databases I could hack and look at all the information. Why did it have to be oral traditions?
It does
Nothing's
make
ever
things a little
easy.
difficult.
Well, we can stop by the chieftain's hut while we make a decision on what we want to do next.
Okay. So, you guys travel over to the chieftain's hut, and there's a couple of guards in front of the door, but seeing as they recognize you as, the guys who brought the chieftain back his sword, they do let you in, and you do find him, on his cot, on his bed. But he's sitting, he's got bandages on, you can see that he's slowly healing. And once that's done, you guys are basically granted your audience with him as he growls you guys in.
I'm more hand the translator over to Orda since they're having a direct conversation with them.
Okay.
Orta will sort of step forward to indicate that he wanted to speak to the chieftain before giving a bow and just saying, I am here to apologize for interfering with tradition in the way that I did yesterday. It was out of line, and while unintentional, it is not forgivable.
So
But I do apologize.
he nods and he grunts something back in Shiriwook, where he basically tells you, that yes, interrupting a duel like that is an unforgivable is a very hard to forgive offense, but at the same time, he remembers being a young Wookiee pup, and he remembers how the young have that innate rage and thirst for combat within them that they must spend a lifetime polishing, as even Wookiees have a rage. It's called Wookiee rage.
Wookiees are angry?
What?
Well, they have an angry mode.
Barbarians.
That's when they tear off the arms and use them to beat you with it,
They're barbarians.
or play the drums depending on their mood.
That's the Wookiee Bard.
There you go, the Wookiee Bard. I could see a Wookiee Bard band. It's just like four like death metal type guys, you know what I'm saying, that are just slamming their. Actually, I think there is a band called Wookiee, which is funny. But anyway, moving on. Anyway, yes. At that point, he does look at Orta and he says, but you do look a little old for a pup who can barely control his own rage.
Indeed, that is part of the reason that I felt it important to speak my regret upon my actions yesterday.
Yeah, so again, he said what he had said, and he kind of looks at you and he says, in Shiriwook once more, like, are you offering a, like, because saying sorry for him doesn't really. Wookiees work with debts. You save their life, they repay you by keeping you alive, by being your bodyguard, basically, right? Stuff like that. So it basically comes down to him asking if you're offering yourself to him, not in a sexual manner, obviously, but more in a like before somebody, because I know somebody's gonna make the joke. So I'm preemptively.
I was gonna make the joke.
I'm preemptive. Well, if it wasn't you, it was gonna be Zuri, and if it wasn't Zuri, it was gonna be Orda, and if it wasn't any of you three, I know Mabel was just gonna blurt it out at full volume for all of us to hear. So you know what? No matter who
And
or
if
what it
none of
was, I
them,
knew it was gonna happen. So
I'm
I'm
just gonna
shutting this
chat.
down now.
Get ahead
But
of his word
more
before it begins.
like he's basically wondering if you're offering yourself at his service in order to pay for that debt, because it does come off that way in Wookiee culture.
I mean, if that is the tradition of the matter, then yes.
So he grunts satisfied and says that he does have an extra task for you,
Oh God.
and that if that task is indeed accomplished, he'll forgive your earlier transgression.
Whatever task it may be, I am willing to take up the responsibility.
So he'll roar and grunt and basically make a bunch of Wookiee sounds here, Shirrwook sounds, which grossly translate to him basically asking Orta to go back to the lower levels, to the underbrush, and the exact, I don't want to say quest, quote unquote, but the exact task that he besets upon your shoulders here is remember when you guys were running away, there was like a bit of a horde of Gundarks following you around?
Yes.
He wants you to find their nest and, well, clear it out. And he says that, that nest has been made relatively close to this town, and he does not want, Gundarks breeding on his doorstep, basically.
Indeed. Not to sound overconfident, but consider it done.
He grunts, that happy, good type grunt.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, frees you off to go and go about your business. On your way to him, by the way, you guys all have noted...
Wait, you're saying he grunts in satisfaction?
Yes, absolutely. And on that note, he will actually let you guys go back right to the city. And you guys did notice, like I said, on your way in, a few other shops and stores and whatnot that are being obviously tended for by Wookiees, but one for food, one for like gear and salvage, one that even sells that was even selling like recycled ship parts. But you guys do realize there's a bit of a trading hub here, at least enough of it that, if you guys need anything, you can probably look around and see if they have that in stock.
DM hint hint nudge nudge, we need a shop.
No, DN hint hint, if you need to shop, there's the possibility to do it now. Quote unquote, you're at a checkpoint. If you need to refill on items, do it now because we're about to go and do things. So this is not hint hint, you need to shop. It's if you need to shop, do it now because after that you might have to hold your piss for a while. Forever hold your peace. But yes, exactly.
When we're done with the chieftain, Nibbles just sort of looks at Oda and said, "Everything's squared away, ready to go." Because he has no idea.
Part of Wookiee culture is they work in debts and favors. My apology does not hold much weight without paying the debt in kind. And as such, we are playing Exterminator for a bit.
Nibble just drops his head in a sigh.
What are we exterminating?
Yep.
The creatures that we dealt with earlier, the Gundark. There is
Don't tell me you have to go back down there.
We have to go back down there.
Ah!
They have a nest down there that he would like us to clear. Or rather, me to clear.
If we're doing that, I'm going to need more ammo.
Indeed.
I want to
Why
find a place
do
that
I
sells
get
ammo.
myself stuck in this mess?
Let me guess, do you need a raise?
Actually, since this is a quest for you, I think you should get me some ammo. Most excited about money.
Okay, that's fair. How much
Claire
does
has no
ammo
money.
cost?
I have no idea. Let's go find out. We have to go to the shop first.
Alright, fair.
So, I'm gonna go start looking for a place that looks like they sell ammunition.
Nibble looks for like parts.
Specifically power cells.
No power
Okay.
cells.
Need power cells.
So those are actually...
I was gonna say, if I can find specialty power cells, even better.
You want to buy special power cells, huh?
Something does.
Nope, those exist. Remember, they're part of the whole crafting system I was telling you about to modify weapons and whatnot. So
Yeah.
there's definitely modified power cells out there. Whether they're in this shop or not, though, is something I have to roll for. Give me a minute.
I kind of expected such.
Let's see how angry the dice are today.
Always angry.
Not that angry, actually.
That's because we're not in battle.
You see a Wookiee, right, that has his little booth set up at the Central Plaza, right? This big round circular platform, and he has a little booth set up on it. And on top of the booth, there's a little icon that looks like a gear.
Okay.
And yeah, it's basically this little. I'm looking for the word in English, and it's escaping me. Not like kind of like a stand, I guess, but a little bit bigger and a little bit more permanent than a stand, you know. And on it, the entire wooden surface has been like covered in miscellaneous parts that were probably attained through salvage of some kind or another. You do notice that, you know, neatly piled up in a corner, there's a bunch of power cells. So it's just a matter of, you know, figuring out what you basically need to buy power cell wise and go from there. With the roll that I have, you do see that one of them is a little different than the others here.
Alright, so I'm gonna pick that one up and see if I can identify why it seems different. I'll look it over.
Right. You do look it over. And I'm going to need you to roll me a few things here as we're going to see what that weapon is.
Yep.
Give me a minute to get to it, as here's my power packs. Can you please here roll me a D3 to start, please? You can do it in the, because those don't exist as actual dice. Can you roll me that in your in the Roll20, please?
Yeah. Don't know if they have a D3 in here.
You just
If not,
type it.
-R 1D3. Well, -R space 1D3, but yeah.
Thank you.
Perfect.
For
That's
chat's purposes, that's a 1.
good. So what you see is there is indeed a special power cell here. You pick it up and take a look at it, and you can almost feel the electricity of the power vibrating through it. And it even kind of like zaps your hand a little bit when you pick it up, as this is a...
Lightning cell.
No, it's an ion cell, actually. These are usually used to modify weapons to facilitate their combat effectiveness, basically against droids and their like.
Alright. Not particularly heavy. Player want it, but it's not particularly useful for what we're about to do, so she's not going to make an assistant, given she doesn't have the money to buy it on her own.
Okay.
But she will pick up 3 additional power cells. And you have
It's
a
the
translator. Can you find out how much these are?
Yeah, yes. I can do that. Orda takes the power cells to the shopkeep.
Okay.
And it's like, how much will these run me?
So you got the scope for them, and what else? No, not the
It
scope.
was
What am I saying?
3...
The ion cell. Sorry. Yes. Mm-hmm.
No,
And
it's
then
just
3
3
random.
powers.
3 basic.
They basically
Right,
do sell the
right. No, she put that down because she couldn't afford it. Sorry. Yeah, got confused for a
Yeah.
sec. Okay. Good. So yeah, you get the 3 power. You get them for the 3 power cells, and they do grunt at you and sheer. We can say they're 50 creds a pop.
Understood. Orta hands over 150 credits
Okay.
for all
Yeah.
3.
Yep. And they'll give you guys all 3.
Okay.
Neatly
Bibble
piled in a
does look
little.
for gun parts.
Okay. Are you looking for anything in particular, please?
Just something that looks interesting.
Fun stuff.
Fun stuff. That's a very broad description.
I'm not the one actually doing it. Don't listen to me.
Yeah. Long story short, at this point, you're looking around for interesting parts, and roll me a D. One sec. Sorry, my chart bugged. 1 second. I'm going to ask you to roll me a dice so that you can actually roll for it yourself and see what your own dice bring you luck-wise. Roll me a... Roll me a D5, please.
A D5?
I know they're all off. I know it's terrible. It's just it's different items I have in different lists, and those lists do not necessarily match the dice that we have.
It is what it is.
This is
That's
just
why
basically...
we have roll 20.
Yep, this is basically me just going, hey, if you roll the dice, it'll tell me perfect a 2. What you guys get, but there we go. So for a 2, you get your hands... Oh, wow. Shit.
Something
Well,
good?
yeah, actually. It's called an amplifying chamber. And well, right now it's kind of weak. What it does do at this current, capacity anyway, is it gives you a +1 energy damage bonus to your attacks when they do land.
Okay. And it's +1 energy regardless if there's a cell or something that changes the type of energy.
No, this is the actual chamber. This is the mod that goes into your pistol, into your laser pistol.
It can only be used for pistols.
No, any blaster. Sorry.
Okay. What I'm saying is, on my bowcaster, I
Yeah.
put that ion battery.
Yes.
So if I add this to it,
These are 2 different types of parts, so this is not you trying to put in an extra battery. This is a change in the chamber of the weapon.
yeah, that's what I'm asking. Is it still a +1 energy, or is it +1 ion?
No, so it's +1 energy, which will be adding on to the +1 ion or whatever that you get from...
Okay.
They stack. They do stack.
All right.
As yes, bit by bit, you tweak this thing into your own personal thing, right?
Eventually, I'm gonna make a custom kind of gun, but
Sure.
I'm still thinking about details on that.
Very good. Very, very good. Okay, cool. So
I am gonna bring that to Oda and ask them how much they want for it.
Okay. You bring that amplifying chamber up and ask how much they want for it. They take a look at it from multiple angles, make sure it wasn't tampered with and it still works and everything. Before they turn to you again, right? And they have this like nod and they grunt in Shiriwook.
Orta will hand over the translator to Mibble.
Okay, what does the thing say?
So they say that this part, right, is a little bit on the old side of things, but it's still very good. And while you won't be billed the entire price of it, they still want, 250 credits for it.
I can do that.
You're in a translator.
Well, you realize that for them that's a lot of money, but for you it's like peanuts, right?
Pretty much.
But yeah, so you pay the 250 without even, negotiating or anything. You just flat out transfer the money over. They grunt.
It seems reasonable.
Hmm?
It seems reasonable.
Yeah. They grunt in appreciation. And yeah, you can consider the transaction complete.
Wow.
Well, the translation complete too as the conversation's over, but yes. Okay. So that's parts. Is there anything else you guys might want to pick up? Is there anything you guys want to pick up for Zuri maybe while she's, gone?
Does Zuri want
I
health
don't know
packs?
what Zuri. Oh yeah, we should probably look for health packs. Always look for health packs,
Get those stim
but
packs, yeah.
never give them to Zuri.
Or you'll never see them again.
We get health packs.
Yes. She's not here. She can't take them.
Y'all are funny.
Are there any health packs though? For real?
Yes, actually, they do have three stim packs for sale. Yes, still in the inventory. They apologize for not carrying more, but they tend to go through them fairly fast when the wikis go hunt into the lower levels and sometimes get hurt. So all they can afford to sell you right now is those 3 stim packs.
I obviously haven't gotten paid for my last job, so I can't afford any, but I can put money in towards a pool. I have about 40 credits.
Can't afford it, then why are we trying to get a pool?
And it won't even fit on the ship.
Good dad joke, bro. Did not see that one coming. You got me pretty good.
Thank you.
Where were we?
The med packs.
Yes, sorry, I'm trying to find them in the system here.
I was trying to, in character, ask if everyone else would help pay for them.
Yes, that's fine.
Yes, I will pay for med packs. I don't mind. So long as I actually get to access them. The last time I saw a med pack, it was with Zuri. I never saw it again.
That's alarming.
I believe I tried to grab one time, and she was just hiding around the corner. When I put my hand on it, she hissed. Like some sort of feral beast.
I'm real glad Zoro can hear us right now.
You guys know she can hear us. She's AFK with
I
Bedroom
know.
right now, but she's
Yeah,
got the
that's what
headset
we
on.
said.
Like she's
That's
hearing
why.
all.
That's why
so.
we're saying this.
Yes, you guys clearly don't have to deal with the nuclear fallout that's going to follow. I do.
No, I know the
Bad for
nuclear
the-
pods. Guys, I do use them, but only for boss battles.
Why is there like
Love you,
43
Zoro.
at the end of anything?
And then they
I
say
used
I'm.
2 on Destiny Forge the other night.
And then they say I'm the one shit talking. All right.
Use 2 basic health potions in the final boss fight, guys. Come on.
She's greater, so.
Oh.
We love
My
you,
bad.
Zoro.
So that being said, yes, there are 3 med packs for sale.
How much are the med packs?
I'm looking.
Jeez, you don't know off the top of your head? How dare you?
You know
How dare you
what?
not
For
memorize
the
prices?
med packs
For
in the
shame.
system, I don't know, unfortunately.
There she goes.
Which chat did she go in?
On stream.
Or for the boss fights, okay?
That's
Yes,
what
I
you
don't
said.
say that.
We called it. We freaking
called
called it. Yep.
Predictable.
and I have to sacrifice half my HP to revive the god. So yeah, I
Look,
needed them.
that was skill
Yeah.
issues right there. You made a
Right?
choice.
Imagine needing HP to revive a fallen god. I mean, come on. No, jokes.
Bingo card.
Always
Yeah, we've
is a
been talking about
card.
bingo card if you haven't been following that.
Zoro hoarding health potions.
Yeah.
That should be the free spot, actually, thinking about it.
The not free one is the Zoro using the health potion because that's rare.
Yeah. That's like the impossible one.
Yeah.
Right.
Anywho,
Yep. So
trying not to get too off topic as we wait for you to.
I am still looking. I am still looking. I do have the healing and stuff here, but it's not written in there. If that continues, I'm just gonna homebrew something and we'll stabilize it later. No, I don't have it here. All right.
I mean,
you know what?
Prices can also vary based on where we're at. Just saying.
Oh, wait a second. I can
And the
just-
value to the culture that we're at. So have fun.
It's just a normal med pack,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, if it's a normal one, they're 300 credits a pop. I just found it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many would we want to get? How many would we want to get? Probably 4. 1 for each of us.
There's 3. They're offering us 3.
Hmm.
It sounds like Zoro has some, so why not 1 for each of us?
Oh yeah, I also have some in my inventory as well. Right, I think I held on to these so that Zuri could not hide them in the stash.
Right.
Ash.
There's like a little throne made of med packs in her room that she just sits on.
A throne. I'm pretty sure there's an altar as well where she
That's
makes
her bed.
sacrifices of her own HP to get more health packs.
That's her meditation. That's her meditation chamber. It's just nothing but med packs and a cocoon.
She's currently
Anywho.
working on building a spaceship made of med packs.
You do have right, but you do have 3 med packs ready. So what do you guys do with that?
I'm more loyal to the people who actually have money.
I can get all 3, give 2 to Zizu, and 1 to Mibble. I'm already sitting on a few myself.
All right.
I know we keep calling them med packs. What was their actual name?
Med packs.
Yeah, in 5e they're
Stimpaks?
called med packs, but I call them stim packs. It's the old name, but med packs or stim packs, same stuff. You're good with either or.
Look, I want to use the name the DM's using for them. I thought it had a
yes,
different name too.
you
Maybe
can go
that's-
with
It's all good.
you can go with med packs. It's actually in the actual book. It's med packs. I'm just using
Yeah.
old lore name for it that doesn't hold water anymore anyway.
I assume they're like basic health potions.
What?
2d4 plus 2.
Zuri is also saying, by the way, that she wants to buy some med packs.
There's only 3, sucker!
You got
And
to
we've
them
already laid
first.
claim to those.
No med packs for you! We'll think about sharing
Maybe.
before a boss battle.
Maybe. Depends on how generous we're feeling, you see.
Yeah, and the guy seeing that you guys are buying up what's left of the med packs does tell you guys that, if you come by later, there might actually, his stock should have renewed and you might be able to get more and more items of that kind. It's just, this is all he has right now, but he is waiting on a delivery.
Good to know.
But for now, that is it.
Multiple pack. That's what I was trying to remember.
Kolto, yes, correct.
Alto pack. Yeah, I
But
remember
yes,
that.
so Kolto packs, and you guys, those Kolto packs are sent.
Awesome. I'll put 2 in my inventory. And you said 1 for Mibble.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you guys are paying
900.
900 total. Good.
Yep. No bartering.
Okay.
Orda is not the type to barter.
Understandably. Okay. So you guys have charged up on those items.
Which
And,
hit die plus con.
Okay.
There we go. Notes are made.
Very good.
So you roll the hit die and then you add con
Yep.
mod. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it says in here. So it's equal to 1 hit die plus con.
Alright, very good. So you guys have, bought the stuff that you've wanted / needed to buy from this guy. You've gotten yourselves a little thing to do in the meantime. You guys have also, heard mention of a place that had old things, but you're not quite sure where to go because even with the chieftain's approval, the Keeper of Tradition didn't want to really talk about it. And so in the end, here you guys are with a potential side quest and a few other things that you've freshly bought. If anything, maybe going back to the ship and collecting, Zuri in a few minutes might be the right option. But before we do that, I think we might just take a little break here, if that's at all possible.
Depends on how the Velociraptor's feeling.
Yeah, well, I think they could do that for us in a few minutes. And so. Yeah, we're gonna probably actually take the break here. That should give Zoro a little bit of time to handle things on her end. It's gonna give me time to get a bit of water because I need to get myself hydrated. And we're probably gonna take the break a little early today and do it now, if only just to be able to have potentially a little fight later. If I stretch the break a little too late, we're gonna have to squeeze the fight too fast, I think, for the second half. So we're gonna probably do this right now here, and we'll go from there, as you guys have your little mission all planned up for you guys. So yeah, I think we're gonna take the little break here if at all possible.
Forever in your heart. Forever in your heart. I can hear your heart. Forever in your heartbeat. I can hear your heart. Forever in your heartbeat.
the power cells are fuel. It's a fuel, so.
And we are back.
Welcome back,
No.
everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Heidi ho neighborino.
Okay. So, everybody had met back at the ship here. Zuri may or may not be ready to rejoin with the group, so provided she's not, she might just rejoin us later or anything. But in the meantime, you guys do.
We at least tell her where we're going so she can join up to us when she can.
Yes, exactly. But we will start, you guys off at the very least in that particular direction.
Sorry, it appears mid-battle to save our asses.
There you go. It'll give her a hero moment.
You have taken it. You had it under control. No, we didn't.
Right.
Rescuing
but
us, she wants our med packs.
Yes. Good thing she's light side. If she was dark side, she'd just wait for us to die and then loot the med packs off our dead bodies.
Exactly. But that being said, you guys do get pointed in the right direction for for that Gundark nest, if you want to call it that. And you make your way back towards the that elevator, right? That handheld, the cranked elevator, and slowly make your way back.
Mibble is keeping his ears very much perked. Make sure there's nothing down there first before they reach it.
Well, that's the funny part. By the time you guys get down with that cranked elevator, and you look around, it's quiet.
Orda will be sort of leading the group so that if there is anything that happens from the front, he can sort of, take aggro, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
I'm fine with this.
Mm-hmm.
You do see the fluffy ears on top of Cece's head kind of swiveling around as we're moving through. She is also trying to track any noises that are coming through. As I have keen hearing.
Okay. Very good. So you guys are again progressing, keeping your ears and eyes wide open. It's dark down here, by the way, so it's not full, darkness, but it's still low light, low visibility. Who here has dark vision? If anyone.
I do. I have dark vision.
Okay.
60 feet.
One more double check. I just didn't not write it down, but I don't think I do.
Okay.
I have a flashlight on my gun.
There you go. Good. So, as you come down, right, and you walk back towards where you guys fought the Gundarks previously, you see that the ones that you killed were probably devoured on the spot, as their bones have been picked clean, and that's all that's left of them.
Mibble sort of like gets a chill, recalling that could have been him.
Hell, in his case, I doubt the bones even would have been left.
Yeah, those are nice toothpicks.
I feel like Mibble's a single bite for these things.
And that being said, even the big one, the matriarch that you guys killed has been picked clean. And can y'all give me, let's see, for a memory check here. Probably just another. Let's see. Give me either an investigation lore, or I'll even allow a survival check. For all of you who were here earlier.
23.
I've gotten higher. I got a 9 plus 3, a 12.
I
Okay.
got a dirty 20 in lore.
Okay.
I got a 23 in investigation.
So basically, everybody but Orda here, you kind of realize that the number of like dead skeletons on the ground does not match the number of Gundarks you guys killed when you were down here. There's more bodies than what you guys dropped. Indeed.
What happened?
Something
Killed them
killed and
earlier in
ate more of the
devotion.
Gundarks. That's what happened.
Can I guess this might be more survival, but I want to look around the ground to see if I can tell what might have. Look for tracks, anything that might indicate what happened here.
Sure, give me a survival roll.
I would like to read the land. Terrible. A 17? Because at least I rolled higher.
A 17 is not bad at all. I mean, you look around the ground and everything, and all you can see are Gundark tracks. Of varying sizes, but it's all Gundark tracks. There
Well,
doesn't seem to have been another animal.
we did kill one of the matriarchs. I wonder if there was some infighting. Because
I
it looks
would
like they did this to
typically explain that.
themselves. I don't know much about how they are, but if it's anything like a pack mentality, you take out the leader and the others are going to fight for authority.
Control.
Could be the case. It's hard to tell from where you guys are right now. But the theory does seem to hold water, as again, you have a bunch of dead bodies here. With that being said,
Less for us to deal with.
true. You can tell though from that survival roll too that there's still quite a few of them running around. At the very least, from the amount of tracks that are on the ground here in the mud. It's to the point where the whole area of the ground just kind of looks like it's been churned around from all the footsteps. And you kind of realize at that point, just from the sheer number of footsteps, that there's very little chances that, like, how do I put this? You just realize that their numbers are probably pretty darn big. Like, there's a lot of them.
There are quite a few. Might be worth. Don't think we really want to rush a nest. With these numbers, would be quickly outmatched.
Mm-hmm.
We probably need a plan to lure some out. Pick off what we can before entering the nest.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, go for it. I'll be just back here.
Oh, but I thought you were going to be bait. You don't want to volunteer for
What?
bait.
Heck no.
She gives you a wink as she was joking.
Never was it. Heck no.
So the question is, do you follow the tracks further towards the nest? Do you guys decide to do something else?
Should we prepare traps? Should we watch and wait to see their patterns?
Ooh. I do have a frag mine.
True, you do. You
Do we
definitely have frag mine.
Do we frag mine the entrance to the nest?
Heck,
Hey, if one of you want to set it up, I'll give it to you.
I don't mind setting it up. I could probably get fairly close without being detected.
did you guys have other mines that you picked up from?
I also have a
Mhm.
carbonite mine.
There you go.
So I could give either of them to you.
I
The
want to
carbon-
stop
the car-
and listen Sorry, go
The
ahead.
the carbonite mine is non-lethal though. So
Well, freezes things, but yes.
I want to stop and listen very intently to see if I can hear any kind of movement, see if I can pinpoint what direction the nest might be in or anything like that from noises around us. Kind of try and gauge our distance to it, because if I can hear it, I might be able to gauge how far we are, things like that. So I'm going to stop and close my eyes and listen very intently.
You hear some shuffling in the underbrush, but it sounds like it's probably a good. I'm trying to remember the Imperial unit to everybody else in the world units ratio.
Hey, there's 2 countries in the world that use Imperial. Thank you very much.
Yes, versus literally everybody else, but it's not me making fun. I'm just it's
I
it's
know.
just it's just I'm trying to remember the conversion rate of like
Can't take
yards
away
to
my
meters and
freedom of
everything.
speech, brother.
Give me a minute.
I mean, if you just want to give me it, I can convert.
I got it.
I do math things.
So it's about 328 yards away, give or take.
Yards.
The
Okay.
reason you're actually able to hear they're going and everything is because other than from their movements, the rest of the underbrush here is deadly silent. Since small wildlife does not typically like to sneak and poke its head out when the big guys are going around.
That's
hunting.
kind of what I was counting on.
Yeah.
So, what you guys see is Zizu closes her eyes and her ears start scanning. You can see them start scanning around and they twitch and then kind of hone in on something and they kind of, they do the dog perk up and like face towards that direction. As she listens very intently and then she goes, they are roughly that direction. I'd say we have, I don't know, 400 yards to get, 400 yards to go. There's not much else that I hear other than light movement from them.
Mm-hmm.
So if we want to lure them out, we'd have to probably get closer so that they could hear us, but I'm also not sure how many of the pack will come out to attack.
I also don't
Nibble
think
just
we want-
holds out the 2 mines that he has.
Yeah, I don't think we want to lure them out quite yet.
As for getting these to them, I'm not sure how many there are and what their main sense is. If it's hearing, we can probably get close enough, but if they're scent-based creatures, there's no amount of hiding we can do to get close.
Right.
So, as you're chit-chatting, can you give me, since you're keeping an ear on them, give me another perception check.
Oh, I do so with advantage because I have keen hearing. Perception. What is my perception? That's a +5, so that's gonna be a 24.
So, what you're going to see,
We're here.
Here.
or in this case here, is that the thumping footsteps that you heard running around the nest also now have gone quiet.
They've stopped moving. They kind of instinctively just kind of drop into like a crouch.
Nibbles just looks back and forth, and then crouches as well.
Orta will crouch as well, but not very well.
Zija doesn't even know why she's crouching. She's just instinctively preparing for danger.
Right.
I'm just following the party.
Something caused the predators to go silent.
Can you all roll me as you're crouching and kind of, making yourselves less noticeable? Can all of you who are doing that roll me a stealth check, and I would give it to you guys with advantage since you've heard that the situation has changed, and it is giving you a bit more time to prepare.
30, 20.
Okay.
28. I love my plus 10.
15. Thank God for advantage. I rolled a 2 initially.
Oof.
Physical dice just really hate me right now. I don't know why.
I feel you. My dice do that to me a lot.
So, Zizu, what was your roll again? Sorry, exactly?
28, wasn't it?
28?
Yeah, your dice did not fail you there. I don't know how you think your dice failed you.
No, I said that
we were
usually
talking about
happens to
me.
His dice failed him.
I got a
Yes, okay.
15.
That's still fine. That's not.
I rolled low.
Horrible.
28. Just kidding.
No,
I rolled
that was
high.
with advantage. If I didn't have advantage, I rolled a 2.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll take the 15 over the 2 any day of the week.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean, everybody else kind of ducks for cover. Or you're a little slower and clumsier doing it than the others, but you thankfully have the time to do so. So you're able to kind of, go quiet and tuck yourself away in a bush or something. And it's a good thing you guys all did, because at that point, something lumbers into that clearing, right? And it takes you guys a little while to figure out what the heck this is, but it is indeed a Gundark. It's still a Gundark. But man, is it big. Like, the other Gundarks you guys fought earlier, this thing is probably like head and shoulders above them on average. It's a big boy. And he's looking around, sniffing, almost like he smelled the smell of food here, and he's scanning this area, very intent on finding who or what he caught a whiff of.
I ain't saying shit.
Well,
Wait a second, I
while
gotta read.
Nibble is
I need-
crouching, he sort of holds his ears down not to poke him up.
Sorry, I'm trying to read quickly what I. Where is the skill I'm looking for? So I would like to pull out
Mhm.
my weapon.
Okay.
I'm going to try and line up a shot. I'm going to take aim at it,
Okay.
which is an actual skill I have.
Yep.
I have to make a contested stealth check against their perception.
Okay.
And if I win, I get a plus 10 bonus on my attack roll.
Okay.
Which is going to be a 25. This dice like me today.
Okay. So you said 28, correct?
25.
25. Okay. And that's for the actual attack roll?
No. That's my stealth. I have to do a contested stealth to their perception first.
Yeah, that's higher than they're actually they are looking though, so let me just check here, because that's going to be more than just the passive one.
Yep.
No, you definitely still managed to sneak on
Okay.
them right now.
So I get a plus 10 to attack once I've lined that up. And because we have to take these out anyway, she's going to take this opportunity to kind of surprise them. So I'm going to stealthily shoot at them
Okay.
for a... I'm glad I got that plus 10 because that's a 27.
Yeah,
hit.
that'll definitely hit. Roll me your damage.
Okay.
And I believe
Mm,
sneak attack does apply here, so go ahead.
Yep, because I'm hidden from them.
Mm-hmm.
I had something really fast. I will also what's the so I have trick shots. I have to read through them because I don't know these very well.
Behind the back from the 3-point line. Yep, yep, yep.
We'll go ahead and for shits and giggles we'll make it a let's see, hold on. When you deal sneak attacks, you may choose to forego some sneak attack damage. No, I'll just do straight damage on this one.
Okay.
So pretty good actually. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus additional 4. That's 18 energy damage.
Very nice.
Primary weapon. Um. No. I had something that allowed me to stay hidden, but I don't. So
No bonus action hide.
I do have a bonus action hide, but I'm not sure if I can take bonus actions in the rest of my attack. So
But if you use your action to attack, does the taking
usually-
aim count as a bonus action? What?
take aim is
Oh, taking aim is a bonus action. At least
Is
in
it?
base D&D.
well.
I don't know how it works here though. Admittedly.
This is a specific exploit for.
Oh,
The
hers?
exploits are, from my experience, were free actions, but
Yes, I'm pretty sure that that's a free
When you take
action.
the action, you can use one of your exploits granted by this
Yep.
feature. So,
Yeah, that's a free action,
but
yep.
because I took the attack action, do I get both my attacks? So I get two. I do believe I get 2 attacks. Do I? Could be wrong.
I believe so.
Hey,
Yes, but in that case, I think that the take aim thing would only apply to the first action.
it
the
does only
first
apply. Yeah, it
attack
does
of
only
the
apply
two.
to the first attack.
But yes, you could probably make a follow-up shot if you're allowed 2 attack actions per round. Or
That's
per
what I'm
turn,
trying
should I
to-
say.
Double check. 'Cause I thought I remember something feeling like it was really silly that operatives never get a second attack.
Oh, like rogues. Rogues
Rogues
never get
eventually
a second
get-
attack.
I thought they did eventually.
No, I don't think so.
No, there's no
Was it
second
not?
attack. It's never mind. So yeah, my bonus action would be if I can to kind of dodge to the side and try and continue to hide.
Okay.
Plain action, hide. But I don't know if I can. GM's choice.
Tell you what, we'll see depending on what the others do first. Because right now you've shot it, and it kind of turns in your direction. Kind of half growling in pain, you know? As it's scanning the woods at this point, trying to find you. Now, Orta and Mibble, you guys are hidden while Zizu's doing this stuff. Anything you guys want to add to all of it?
The moment it starts approaching, like if it starts headed towards Zizu, I mean, I would try to block. Actually, wait, I have a funny new spell that I want to use.
Okay.
For prepping.
Okay.
It is a 2nd level spell called Vitality Shield. Basically, when I cast it, I take 2d8 of true damage and gain a temporary hit point shield equal to twice the amount of damage I took.
Mm-hmm.
So I get a lot of temp HP, basically. So I'd be prepping that. Like I would cast that with my action.
Cool.
And it lasts for an hour.
Okay.
Or, until the temp HP goes away.
Okay.
So yeah,
That's
I'll
pretty
be
cool,
casting
actually.
that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting spell. Very good.
So I'll roll that damage real quick.
Let's see it.
My current max HP is 49. Let me just. I took 10 damage, so I get 20 temp HP.
Okay.
Go. And it lasts for an hour, and best part is not a concentration thing. It's just there now.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
That's really good.
And I just need to heal a little bit and I'll be like golden.
Of course.
Okay, there we go. Alright, that's basically me prepping for lack of a better term. So yeah, I'm just basically gonna be
Setting up.
waiting to see what the thing does after being hit. And if it does start to approach like the direction that Zizu headed, like in a way that makes it seem like it knows where Zizu is, I would sort of jump out to run distraction. If that makes sense.
Are you doing that right now, or would you do that like when it's
I-
time?
Will.
They're holding their movement.
Okay. So Mibble.
I am. He is still going to stay hidden, but he will have something prepared once the fight starts breaking out. Like, if they have to go out there and start attacking or something.
What do you mean?
Like, if like the battle really gets going.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I got a couple of things, and depending on what goes on, I'll use either or.
Oh, I see what you're referring to now. Okay. Well, the good news is I wouldn't even say that the battle has started in earnest. If anything, you guys landed a surprise attack on this thing, and it's trying to find you guys. Okay. Thank you, Zora. I do appreciate that. Actually, yeah, I was just I've just got the confirmation we can have our battle map. So, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do that. Give me 2 minutes to switch it over to the battle map, and we'll be able to get this started in earnest.
Yay!
Give me 2 minutes to roll you guys over.
No worries.
There we go. So
Why
yes.
does it look familiar?
Right.
Wait a second, where are we?
Perfect. Good. I will drop you guys here. You guys were prepping for that little ambush. There we go. And what we will do. Throw. So y'all remember that little Gundark y'all fought last time?
Big now.
Basically. You can imagine. That it is not the small one you fought last time. It is the big one. That looks somewhat of an alpha and came out of the nest.
God. Not an alpha. I hate those guys.
Right. Oh, he's talking about.
Sigma.
Oh, he's talking about, bruh, my beers and all that stuff. Yep.
Yeah. Yeehaws and such.
You're funny. All right. So let's roll a little bit of initiative, as that surprise attack was a success. We'll go from there.
As we roll initiative, I want to go ahead and use my bad feeling ability,
Okay.
which is I have a wary eye, bordering on paranoia. So when I roll for initiative, I can move up to my speed, and it happens before initiative order is determined.
Okay.
I can use it once a long rest, so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be clumped up. I'm assuming we're just on like in a meadow type thing, so the map is all just meadow, right?
Mostly, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's dark tree cover. That I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah. I'll roll initiative. That could have gone better for me. Do we have an initiative tracker?
We do.
Yeah.
It's there, let me...
Where? Oh, there it is. I found it. It's just I was trying to figure out where on my screen it went.
Yep.
Ah.
Hmm.
That will happen.
And because we're now in battle, my dice said F you.
Welcome to my house.
And I apologize. I will be back 2 seconds. I gotta go let the dog in.
But who let the dog out?
Hey, what'd the dog do?
What did dog do?
Okay. Perfect. A few minutes for Zizu to come back and we'll get this started.
But while I still have time, I'll leave right now as well. I have to time it so that I'm leaving right as Zizu gets back. You understand?
Right, just to extend things. Might have just get me. You know what? I'm just gonna refill my water while we're at it. Well, maybe not with water, but I will refill my glass while we're at it. Might as well take a minute.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so good news is Zizu's back. Bad news is Orta has swapped places with you.
Fucker.
Oh.
No, it's okay. I did it on purpose.
Right? Always.
Look, I was trying to get away from the group.
And yet, here we are. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
Sorry, dog was barking. So.
Unacceptable.
Unbelievable.
Tell the dog he's been fired.
The dog barks to be let in. Like, that's how he tells us he's ready to come inside.
Gotcha. Same thing mine does, actually. Okay, so.
So, swapping places. So, you gonna move Orta over? on the map.
Stop.
So you're swapping places with Zizu?
I was
he
intending
meant-
to.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, sure.
I mean, I can't stop it, right? There's no
I-
stopping it.
So that put Orta where Zizu had just fired, correct?
Well, I had
Yeah.
fired and then moved. So
Oh.
Yeah. And then I was basically trying to be in a position to where I draw aggro, for lack of a better term.
Okay. Mibble, since you're going first, what are you doing?
I am currently going to hold my turn until I see what's going on.
Well, what's going on is this thing felt attacked, obviously.
Or,
I wonder
I
why.
can't imagine why.
And it's decided
Mind you.
that, you know. Yep.
I knew that, yeah, the shot came from where I am now. So,
No, she shot.
no,
You
I
shot,
shot
then
from over
moved.
here and then moved.
okay, then I would be over there.
Okay.
Why did we swap positions?
Okay.
I don't know. I thought you wanted. I thought you were doing something.
I never said anything about swapping positions.
Oh, I thought
I was
that's
just
what
saying I would
told when
provide
got back.
cover or run distraction.
Oh, okay.
No, that was because I went to go to the bathroom as, like, a
You
bit
were
after
back.
you
Oh,
left.
I get it now. Okay, I'm sorry. Brain
It's all
went
Bill's
straight
fault,
back
it's
to
fine.
game, and it was not clear.
Yeah, it's Bill's fault. Neither of ours. It's
Well,
fine.
either way, this thing
Damn
will
chilled.
run forward, thinking that the firing came from Orta, and
Sorry,
so
Orta. Not sorry.
it will charge at Orta, and we'll see what happens as it starts swinging. Well, the good news is it's gonna miss its first two claw attacks. The bad news is, well, good news is it rolled a 1 on one of its claw attacks, which crit fails it. But the good news is it rolled, well, bad news is for you guys, it rolled a nat 20 on the follow-up bite attack. So this thing is so pissed, right? It comes charging at you, Orta, and it swings widely with its claws. It misses both attacks, but it then goes for that bite, and that 20's it.
Right.
Nothing you want to do or can do to mitigate this.
I'm already mitigating it.
Okay.
Because I have 20 temporary hit points, so that might keep me alive.
I will. So that is a one. There you go. Brutal criticals are in effect now, yes, as we have reached
Yes.
that level.
As far as I've heard, yes.
Yep. So funny enough, that free that temporary HP you had on you,
Uh-huh.
that bite does exactly 20 damage.
Sweet, so I basically only took 10 damage from casting this spell.
Nice.
Pretty much. As yeah, it chews right through your force shield
Force barrier thing, yeah.
or barrier. But the good news is, hey, you took no damage from that, and now it's everybody else's turn who gets to lay into him. Starting with Zizu.
Alright, so I'm gonna start bringing my gun up again and take another shot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good hit. That's going to be 24.
Is that including the aim thing again, or no?
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't do that one. I'd have to make a stealth attack in order to do the stealth in order to do the aim.
So you said 24. 24, correct?
Yep.
Oh, they'll definitely hit. Roll for damage.
Sneak attack damage because I'm hidden. Question is, do I want to drop some I will drop some damage to make a blinding shot, so I'll need a con save.
Okay. Let's see it.
I gotta calculate my thing. Okay. So it's a DC 15 con save. And that will leave me with 10 energy damage.
So funny enough, he actually rolled a 14.
Ooh, he's blinded.
Until the start of your next round, correct?
Till the end of my next turn.
End of your next turn. There we go.
And then I will follow that up with a offhand attack. And I'm gonna roll the exact same thing. Minus the sneak attack. Because you can only do that once a round. But I will do a 10 energy damage because I rolled max damage on that die.
Okay.
So it can have total damage, 20 damage in total towards it.
Yep. Very good.
And that's my action, my bonus action. And movement, I'm just going to back up some more. 5, 10. I'll just back up to here. I got range.
Yep.
I'm standing in front of him. That's my job.
Yep. Speaking of, it is your turn.
Yes.
You're like, Dad, I stuttered. Oh,
I'm just thinking. Give me a sec.
unacceptable.
How do you not know your character like the back of your hand when it's been a while since we last played? Sorry.
So many words.
Don't forget they're blind, so I do believe you make attacks at advantage.
The only thing I really want to do right now is I have a funny cantrip that I want to hit him with.
Okay.
And that cantrip is a Sonic Charge. As part of the action used to cast this power, you must make a melee weapon attack against one creature within your reach. Otherwise, the power fails. On a hit, the target suffers the attack's normal effects, and you begin to emanate a disturbing hum until the start of your next turn. If a hostile creature ends its turn within 5 feet of you, it takes 1d4 sonic damage, and because I'm at 5th level, my melee attack will deal an additional d8 sonic damage, and the secondary effects damage will increase by an additional d4. So it's fun stuff.
Okay.
And if I'm swinging at advantage, I need that. And then, the other thing I need to check is this. Whenever you take the attack action. And I take it casting a spell with a melee weapon attack doesn't count as taking the attack action.
You'd have to be a bit more specific.
So, Brawler Style says when you take the attack action, it says whenever you make an attack action with an unarmed strike or a weapon wielded in one hand on your turn, you can use your bonus action to make an additional unarmed strike or grapple or shove or trip.
Right. Yep, I remember this. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think your spell counts as an attack action for that.
Yeah, it's just part of the casting the spells make a melee weapon attack against that creature. So it's a bit of a weird
Gray zone.
gray zone.
Okay.
We love gray zones.
I mean, regardless, I'm gonna open with Sonic Charge.
I was about to say, just do the move anyway.
Oh, I grabbed the bad dice. But it wasn't bad. I got a... Oh god, what is my to hit modifier? It's a +6. I got a dirty 20.
Very much respectable.
And I take it hits?
Yes.
Okay. I deal 1 bludgeoning damage and 4 sonic damage. And now there is a wub wub field around me that hurts people's ears and stuff. Oh no, my camera did the thing again. I'm not sorry, but I am annoyed by it.
Yeah, the good old blur.
It's my MO now.
Is it?
Look, order stealth so hard we can't see the player.
Yep. That's how I do, you know?
Right.
And I will
Okay.
never learn. I refuse to. And then I'm taking it as the bonus action thing does not occur, because this is not an attack, this is a spell cast.
Correct. I'm pretty sure.
Let's see if stepping out of the camera works.
So while you figure that, are you done with your turn so far?
If I can't do the bonus action thing I was wanting to
Yay,
do, I'm
raid.
just gonna say no.
Oh my gosh. Ain't Got Crit, thank you so much for that wonderful raid. Welcome.
Oh wow! Hey.
Oh, hi!
Oh wow.
Hello, everybody. That's a huge raid. A lot of people.
Welcome to our shenanigans. Just time
Yup.
you watch the DM attempt to eat us all with this monster.
Well, they're having fun pulling the ears off a Gundark, quite literally in this case.
Yeah. I'm just playing that newfangled kids music, you know?
Yep. So it's definitely gonna be a good time. So yes, you were in the middle of punching it, I believe.
Yep, I dealt 1 normal damage and 4 sonic damage.
Very good.
And then if it ends its turn within range of me,
It'll take a bit of extra.
yeah, it'll take 2d4 extra sonic damage.
Okay. So I believe that rolls us back to Mibble here, our carnivorous little rabbit. What are you doing?
First, he's gonna get out of the way of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna move over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I am going to do a fun little thing of this.
Okay, let's see. So we're using cryogenic suspension, which basically adds a slowed level, a -2 penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws, and it can use either an action or bonus action, but not both, which means basically that this is gonna hurt. And I need to roll you a Constitution saving throw. So let us do that. Fortunately, this time that is a 20 on the Constitution. So,
That was worth a shot.
well, my earlier roll for the blind was not so good. This one,
I
unfortunately,
assumed.
didn't make up for it.
Yeah, my power save is 15.
So yeah, sorry. It does, unfortunately, make the save for that one. But that being said, yes. Well, time to keep chewing, I think, eh? It's going to some fun doing a couple of swipes with his claws at Orta. And let's see if they go off.
Oh, that's an
Oh my.
awful, awful thing I can do.
So, Orta, it takes a couple of swipes at you here with the claws here.
AC 16.
Unfortunately, both of them are going to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, neither of them are crits. What's up?
What are they hitting at? Because I might be able to save them from.
At least one of them, yeah.
So both dice I rolled 15s, and with the pluses on this thing, let's just say it's quite high. They're both 24s.
Okay,
Plus
yeah, that's
9?
a little too.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. To be fair, I think I'm a +7
I'm a +7 as well, but that's
So
saying
it's really
plus
not-
one weapon.
compared to us.
All right, because I got something that I could trigger on reaction
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
for a +5 to you. So.
Yeah. It's all good. I appreciate you thinking about it.
Mhm.
This is what I am here for.
Okay. Let me roll the Dammy real quick then, huh? Let's see what good old Dammy has to say about this. That is a 13 on the Dammy plus 10. So, you're taking 23 damage right now.
Ow.
And I do need you to roll me a.
Some sort of saving throw.
Mm-hmm. I need you to make me a Dex saving throw here of 15, please.
Okay, DC 15 dex save. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
I get a +3 from my Guardian Aura.
Oh, very good. I like it. Good old paladin tanking. We like this. Well,
Cool, I rolled a 3.
Oh, we don't like that.
I shouldn't use physical dice. I just can't. I can't use physical dice. Why is it that all my pretty dice hate me? Every single one of them.
To be fair, when you didn't use digital dice, when you used digital dice, you were doing the same thing.
No,
Yeah,
I
seriously.
was not. It's been 84 years. I don't even remember.
I think you need
I
need
do.
to. I think you need to apply the old dice jail with extreme prejudice here, homie.
I mean,
Not for the pretty dice.
But
look,
that being
just
said,
stop using the pretty ones.
but
I
that being
had
said,
to.
but that being said,
How am I supposed to not use this? Tell me
at
how I'm not supposed to use this.
at
Don't use
this point
I
though,
have to.
it has managed to grapple you. And having grappled you, it will then grab
Wait,
you.
was this a contested grapple check?
Yeah,
No,
well, it's an
it's
escape
just-
check of DC 15 or be grappled.
Okay.
With it being blind, would he have advantage on that?
Yeah, it is still blind. Wouldn't it have
The
disadvantage?
blind
on
doesn't
its
actually
attacks?
say that. I'm just asking because he can't see very well.
Well, also blind
Um,
creatures have disadvantage.
Well,
on
it does
attack
have disadvantage
rolls.
on attack rolls.
Well, I got news for you. The other pair of dice I rolled was even higher. So,
Okay.
Right.
I tried, okay?
We all tried.
understandably. But yeah, if you have advantage against grappling or something, then yes, that'll apply. Definitely.
Well, I don't have advantage against grappling. It's just I'm really good at athletics.
Okay. So did you use that, or did you use your escape for that?
You told me to do a dex saving throw. I did. A
Well,
dex
that's
saving
what. Yeah,
throw.
because it does say
Okay.
escape DC 15, but I mean, okay. Yeah. So in that case, I mean, look, you having been grabbed by that creature's huge clawed hand, it grabs you, it lifts you up in the air, and it slams your body down with a pummel. As it basically does the whole savage beast thing, where it just kind of mauls you with the claws, grabs you, and starts slamming you. You know what? It's giving you the good old Hulk to Loki treatment right now.
Thank God I know.
And since you are unfortunately grappled, that is not something that has a throw to be added. Yeah, you're unfortunately taking an extra 11 damage on top of that.
Yeah, I hope you have some cult effects.
So you guys can see at this point that good old Orta here is basically being again given the whole Hulk versus Loki treatment here, where it does the whole blam blam puny god thing. He's not looking super duper fresh. We'll call it that. He looks a little worse for wear at this point. As this thing is basically going full rage Hulk mode on it. This will roll us over to Zizu, and what is Zizu doing at this point?
Oh, it ended its turn within 5 feet of me. Hold on.
Well, it'll take the damage.
Yep. Let me just roll the sonic damage real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, what a surprise. I rolled low for that damage and low for that one. 3 more sonic damage.
And every damage counts.
Every damage
We're
counts.
gonna take aim at this. Well, not take aim. We're not taking aim, but we're gonna pull up our guns and
Mm-hmm.
Pew pew.
try and shoot this thing down again.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright, I'm gonna drop 2 of my damage dice in order to make this one. Oh wait, sorry, I had advantage on that. Let me, nope. Okay. I had to see if it would get credited, you know? Oh, what do I want to do? I'm sorry.
New
Trying to figure
character.
out what's
who
gonna
is.
be the trying to figure out what's gonna be the most useful in this situation here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
As you're busy thinking, it picks Orta up again and starts
I know.
slamming him
I'm
back.
I'm sorry.
Cue the Jeopardy theme song.
Don't know if this is gonna be helpful. We're gonna try it anyway. We're gonna make it a hampering shot.
Yep.
So, and then we're gonna do some bullshit, because we're gonna attempt to hobble it. Normally, it would make a dexterity saving throw.
Mhm.
However, I have what's called flexible rending, which has a lot of text to it. The most important one is the last paragraph, which says when an effect I can control would call for a dexterity saving throw, I can instead have it call for an intelligence saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to need an intelligence saving throw DC 15. Or it's slowed and has disadvantage on dex saves.
Okay. Yeah, it'll fail.
Alright. I started reading that, I'm like, that's some bullshit. Ooh, and I'm gonna max out my damage with my 1 sneak attack die on top of my regular die, so that's gonna be 16 energy damage against it.
Okay.
And my bonus action is going to be another attack.
Okay.
For a 22. Oh, wait, advantage. Come on, crit. That's going to be a natural 20. I wish I had sneak attack damage on this, but I don't.
What'd you crit?
That's going to be. That's going to be another 18 energy damage.
Okay.
Crits are not nearly as impressive when I don't have sneak attack. Or you used it.
Right. Very good.
So that's the end of my turn. It's slowed and it has disadvantage on its dexterity saving throws until the end of its next turn.
Very good.
Well, the disadvantage till the end. The slowed, I don't know how long that lasts. I don't know if it's all in one. I don't know. I'll throw it in the chat so you can make your decision as a DM.
Oh, we love them nat 20s. Orta! What are you doing?
I'm hurting.
Yes, quite a bit. And you're grappled. And being repeatedly slammed into the ground.
Plus need to touch grass, etc., etc.
We know the story.
I mean, I want to break free of the grapple, because that would make sense.
Might be a decent idea.
So I will attempt to escape the make a? I guess it's like another contested athletics check. Could
Yep,
I do
go
a
for it.
contested athletics
Yep.
check for that?
100%. Yeah, if you're just planning on full on just like power flexing your way out, then yep, give me the athletics check.
I will. How many uses of Channel the Force do I have? You use your Channel the Force, you choose which. You can use this feature twice, you get an additional use at 5th, 19th, okay. So I have 3 uses of Channel the Force.
Okay.
I will use I will proc 1 use of Channel the Force to activate Falling Avalanche.
Okay.
On your turn, you can expend a use of your Channel the Force and reduce your speed by half to gain advantage on your next ability check or attack roll you make using strength before the end of your next turn.
Very nice. We like it. We like it.
So I have advantage on this could it be an athletics check to put it into a grapple from it grappling me?
No. Get out of it first, then grapple.
I had to try.
I mean, it's you. We know. Mm-hmm.
So I have advantage on this.
Yes, you do.
Because I was told to whip out the dice jail. I have to roll
right.
30-ish dice to figure out which ones will roll the best.
Ah, yes. Trying to break the dice curse.
Get some sage. You wave it over the dice.
I got... Yay. I got a 14.
Okay.
Woo!
So funny enough, I rolled pretty low myself, and you actually beat the check. So Orta grabs onto 2 of this thing's claws, right, that are holding it stuck in its grasp, and pries those 2 claws out in something out of a Titan, movie or something, where you're just prying the 2 claws out of this thing, opening its hand and just jumping out from its grasp here, as you do land on your feet in front of the very much angered Gundark Alpha here.
And then
Bonus
I will
action?
bonus action Channel the Force, lend aid to regain hit points equal to my Guardian level plus my Wisdom mod. So
Okay.
8 hit points.
Every little bit counts.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was 13. As I center myself and ready for the next blow. And that's my turn.
Okay. Which moves us over now to Mibble, I believe.
I am trying the same thing again.
Okay.
Give me a dex check.
Jesus.
Ooh, we can have 2 levels of slow on this thing if he fails. Oh, dex check at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. Is it a dex save? I thought it was Constitution. No, it's Constitution for cryogenic.
Constitution,
Oh, sorry.
I thought it
You
was
got you got a little excited there, Tim.
I
Um,
wanted it to be useful, okay?
That unfortunately is a 17.
Ugh!
No, look.
Apparently,
no,
I just got
hampering.
lucky my turn.
Was this hampering shot?
No, it was cryogenic suspension.
Yes, but they were hit
Mine's
by hampering
hampering,
shot. It gains 1 slowed level, and it has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws until the end of its next turn.
Yeah, but this
Yeah,
is
this
a
is
Yeah, but this is a
Constitution.
dex.
It's a
This
Constitution
is right, because ice stuff is Constitution based, right?
one. Correct. But if it had not succeeded, that would have been -2 to AC and to the dex saving throws. So not only would it have been disadvantage, but it would have been disadvantage and on top of that a -2. Plus can't use reactions, have to use either action or bonus action, but not both. Like that cryogenic suspension is terrifying, actually.
I love it.
Yep.
That's some bullshit that Athelia would pull in Mass Effect.
Just laughing that a level 5 character has access to something like that in this system is very entertaining. But yeah, Mibble, that
remember the
unfortunately
first
did not work out. Was there anything else you could do before your round is up?
I am seeing about bonus actions.
do we have a bonus action?
I do have like 2 bonus actions from what I can see, but they're not really useful right now, unfortunately. So that's all I can do.
Okay.
I am still staying within 15 feet in case he needs extra
Yeah.
shielding. So if the hit is like at least 5 points or below your current AC, let me know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Gundark is gonna try to go for it.
It's below 21, but above 16.
Right. Well, good news, one of my dice is a nat 1.
Yay!
So it tries to swipe at you, kind of misses, and does end up, hurting itself as it tries to swipe at you, either by, hitting a pointy rock or something in the environment that ends up, digging into its flesh here, as it will be taking its own claws attack damage as it messes up and rolls a nat 1 here. So that's another, 7
Or to
plus
just
the 5.
pull some judo stuff and
Which
like
is
sends
12.
the
Yep.
arm into its own side.
Yeah, it loses another 12 HP. But yeah, at that point, the other swipe, however, is a success.
But what kind of success?
The claw thing.
Yes. But
Mhm.
is it below 21?
Yeah, it's a 15. So plus 5, that's a 20.
Then
Sorry, it's
Then
plus
Nibble
9.
could do-
Why did I say plus
Yeah.
5? Sorry.
yeah, I
Plus
was
nine.
confused
It
for
was
a second
24.
there.
We went over
24.
this before. That's a 24.
That's a 24.
Yeah,
Yeah,
24.
it's a 24.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah, no, I gave you its strength modifier and not its attack modifier. That's my
Write that down, write that down.
Quickly, DM said it.
Again, I
Said
can
it.
give you its stat sheet.
Open
I don't care.
knowledge.
It's the dice that'll do it anyway. If you want, you spoil it for yourselves. That's on you. But yes, that being said, yeah, sorry, that's a 24.
Yeah, that hits.
Good news is it doesn't hit hard. I only rolled a 2 on the damage dice, so that's 7 damage.
Hey. The HP I healed for my ability covered.
Right. Now, the unfortunate reality of this, though, is it does follow up with a bite if it cannot grapple you. So can you do me the grapple check first?
Okay. So an athletics or a dex saving throw? Which one is this?
This is the old... this is the old... go with your athletics.
You sure?
Yeah, go for it. Go nuts.
Okay.
If that's what we used for grappling before, that's what we'll use for grappling now.
15.
So yeah, you do manage to not get grappled here, and instead of, pummeling you since it missed the grapple, it will snap its teeth at you and attempt the bite.
Oh god, it's lemming.
Yep. That's actually, I rolled higher, it's a 25. Come on, man. Dice.
Oh.
It comes down, right, to take a bite at you, and you hear a buzzing sound as, there's a certain off-colored lightsaber that just zips through the foliage here and smacks it right in the face, right in the jaw. You hear a hissing sound as it, gets to flesh, and sends its face reeling back. No, I'm not Deus Ex Machinaing you, actually, as it's just Zuri finally joining the fight after making everybody wait way too long.
Well done, Zuri. I told you, Zuri gets the heroic moment.
Yep, as she saber throws in the nick of time here.
Do you want me to roll damage?
Damage and initiative.
Oh my. We
Oh
angry,
my?
we're hitting friends. Yeah, that's let's see here. That's 19 damage.
We do have to give it up for Order, though, for pretty much tanking this entire fight.
Yeah, Orta has been carrying this fight on his shoulders.
He has been.
Hey, I've been trying to help him out.
When
That's
the
true. I
child has
appreciate it.
finally gone down, and it's like, thank God the child is down. We can finally save the party.
Well,
The true
he's
final
not
boss.
completely
Well,
down, but...
No, but down
Never
enough
is,
that
never
you can,
is.
that you can roll a couple of dice. But yes.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So you're on the initiative roll order. Orta saved in the nick of time here as that lightsaber just zips through the air and does part of the work. That rolls us back here into Zizu after the Gundar.
Alright, so... I mean... We're just gonna keep doing what we've been doing, trying to get this thing's health down. Come on, dice, don't fail it. In the thing. Thank you. I like the other roll better, though. That was higher. Oh, well. 21. Is it 21 hit?
A 21 will hit you, yes.
More hold off on sneak attack damage to see if I get a better roll on the next die.
Mhm.
That's a 9 energy damage.
Okay.
Bonus action, do it again!
Alright.
And that's going to be a 24 to hit.
Okay,
We're
it
just
hits.
going to let it have full damage.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like these dice right now. 24 energy damage with that one.
Okay, wow. That's ouch.
I rolled high. I got 2 4s, 2
You're good.
6s.
Very good. So, at this point, you've been hammering this thing from the bushes, right? You can see it's getting really more and more injured, and with a defiant roar here, it will use a legendary action as it will swipe at Orta. Orta, can you give me another one of those grapple contests?
Sorry, Orta.
Fine. Let me just. It's really sad because like I had a lucky dice years ago. It was just a normal clear see-through D20, entirely
Okay, the
with clear
non-pretty ones
plastic.
do better.
Yeah. Well, I know they do better. I'm just coping.
I
don't
use
wanna
angry red Sith-looking dice that Zoro got me, and yeah.
They are
They're definitely angry.
and Sith-like. Right. Let's see about what do they do about these.
They like to roll high for damage. I wonder why.
Very Sith. That was
Yep.
my tilt, actually.
Thank you, Zoro. Appreciate the dice. They're wonderful.
I don't appreciate them. I'm mad at them.
Nobody else does. Only I do.
Making an
They're my
awkward
TOTOR.
face.
Right.
11.
Okay, unfortunately that is a fail, and at that point, instead of pummeling you, it grabs your body whole and throws it at Zizu.
Wait a second, I can do
Finally,
something
it's
here.
not Raven being yeeted across anywhere.
Not
Raven,
this
you're not
time.
alone anymore.
Right? Raven, somebody has joined your club!
Catch me.
So,
And-
with all the foliage around me, I assume there is cover within 10 feet of me.
Yes, and you have a 28 to beat.
I can dive for cover once per round when I'm targeting a ranged attack. I get or an effect that makes a dex save. And there's cover within 10 feet. I can move up to 10 feet, no action required, and dodge and dive under the cover.
Okay.
So I'm diving for cover. I'm moving out of the way. 10 feet.
I don't know if that makes the attack fail. I think that just makes you dive under cover, which means cover rules where it will apply,
Yeah.
which artificially increases your AC, but does that bring it above a 28? Or equal to a 28?
I mean, if it's 10 feet out of the way, I don't think there's aim assist that makes the bullet curve.
Well, it's not a matter of the bullet curving. It's that's what cover does. Mechanically speaking, but
No, but I can also use my reaction to uncanny dodge.
well, now we're talking. If you combine that with the cover, sure, go for it.
No, uncanny dodge just takes half the damage, so.
Yep. But that's what I'm saying. If you combine that with cover,
Yep.
yeah, that's better. Okay. Yeah. So yeah,
Sorry, I had to read through all my stuff to see what I'm doing.
Just sort of kind of go zooming not too far from your head here. You might take like a boot to the face type thing. I'm not gonna make much damage to either of you for that. Yeah, just like a 3 damage nick both ways for both of you.
Oh, my ankle.
Yeah, kind of. You know what I'm saying? As Orda, you should technically take a little bit more from the impact here, but she kind of got out of the way, so it's more like you land in the foliage and just kind of roll on the ground a little bit. You're a Jedi. You've landed through worse.
Yep.
But yeah, you are sent flying behind Zizu right now.
Like, here?
Yeah, I'd say maybe a little.
Actually, it would
Here, if you-
Probably be over
this
here
way.
more because
Yeah,
I
more
moved.
like that. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, back to Orta.
Do I land on my feet? Is the important question.
Roll me an athletics
Or
or acrobatics, depending on how you want to flavor this.
strong. I'm strong, man.
Okay.
Feet work good.
Mm-hmm.
25.
So yeah, you get the good old superhero landing here. It's not like the acrobatic, like you kind of just land lightly on your feet or anything. There's a definite thump when you do so, but no ankles are broken.
Yep. Just sort of like dig grooves into the ground.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah, and I mean, I still got a job to do. But
You're
is it-
running right back in there, aren't you?
I mean, you guys. I don't want you guys to get hit.
No,
You
with the
yourself
amount of
at
damage
least.
this thing outputs, you do not want them to get behind the tank, that's for sure.
So yeah, I am going to run straight back in front of it and use my action to cast a 2nd level heal.
Okay.
Which heal gets an additional d8 for every level above 1st level, so 2d8 plus my casting modifier.
And counter spell. Just kidding.
Why? What the hell?
It roars at you, effectively breaking your concentration as your spell is countered. No, I'm just kidding. Yep.
Oh, I got double 8s, let's go!
Oh, nice.
Nice!
8, 16 plus 21.
Look,
There
the
we
dice are
go.
warming up to you. Maybe.
Coming back, it's coming back. Don't jinx it.
As I
Okay.
stand ready
That's why I
for
said
another
maybe.
volley.
There's no guarantee.
Right? And that rolls us over to Zuri. Zuri, if you are ready to roll, kick some butt. Let's see it.
Yeah, so she's been running forward this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
As she catches the lightsaber as it whirls back into her hand. She's going to slide kind of past it a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to go ahead and do a backhanded slash
Mm-hmm.
towards its stomach.
Yep. The old slide under it and cut the stomach open while I slide under it maneuver.
Jesus Christ, yeah. Okay, spice are dicey right now. Or dicey.
Oh,
sorry.
Spice are dicey?
Spice dice.
I like
Spice
it.
dice.
I like it. I like
Spice
No,
it.
no, it's now officially a thing. Spice or dicey.
No, it is a thing. I
Yep.
stand by what I
Spice
said.
or dicey?
Yeah, that's a... that is a 25 to hit.
Damn, it hits.
Okay. This, that is going to be, 9, and I'm going to use a double strike for one of my kinetic dice to add an additional d8 on top of that. Jesus Christ!
Do it, do it, do
That is
it.
17 damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And then as soon as she's done slicing it open, she's gonna pop up on her knees, and with the other side of the lightsaber slice directly up, almost like stabbing it.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 23.
Okay.
And then I will use another kinetic die on top of this strike. Okay, not as crazy this time, but still pretty fun. That has 12 more damage on top of that.
Okay. It is looking definitely worse for wear, as, you know, from its injuries, its movements are starting to feel and look a little more sluggish, almost like it's starting to run out of steam, if that makes any sense, from the multiple wounds it has suffered. Thankfully, lightsaber wounds tend to cauterize in the process, so it's not so bad. But so it's not dying of blood loss. But yeah, when you slice at the belly, well, no, again, you're cauterizing as you cut, right? So
Now, just so you know, all the bullet wounds are oozing.
well,
Yeah.
you're shooting again laser bolts, right?
Blasters. Yeah.
Yeah.
As,
What are you talking about? I got an M16 right here.
I mean, you actually can get something that takes slugs.
Yep,
It's out there.
they
Yeah.
exist.
Slug rifles, or
Yep.
I think, right?
But that being
All
said,
considered heavy, though.
Mibble, what are you up to right now?
Same thing
She's-
again.
She is hoping, however, that aggressive attack that she could distract the
Right.
creature to focus on her.
Okay.
For the record.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Doing the same thing again.
Let's see it.
Well, you gotta roll a con.
Right, I was waiting for you to do the thingamajiggy, but yeah. We have this time rolled exactly a 15 on the dot.
And my save is a 15.
Damn.
Pizza.
Yeah. By one. One
I
could
feel
only.
like I got real lucky with the blinded at the beginning of this fight.
Well, you got both the blind and the dex. Well, I mean, look, here's the thing, right? I mean, between you and I, this thing is not the smartest light bulb. So when you made the save an intelligence save, you had it in
Oh,
the bag.
I figured that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other
It's
one
just
was
real
a fairly
bulky
low roll.
now.
Was a fairly-
Which
yeah.
is why when I was looking, I'm like, that's some bullshit. Let's do it.
Mhm. Yeah, so Mibble, sorry, no. The Gundark at this point is extremely enraged. It is going to do a little funny
Oh, and I
here.
also move.
Right.
I'm gonna move
Um,
here.
Very good. Yep, it's gonna do another funny little here. It's gonna swipe once at Orta and once at Zuri.
I think I know what's gonna happen. What the funny is.
Oh, you know what the funny is. So yeah, Orta, that is a 24, and Zuri, that is a, what is 18 plus 9? I can't math right now. 27.
9, 18, 27. Yeah.
I'm assuming that hits.
I can't do anything about that.
I meant more for Zuri. I do not remember what Zuri's AC was.
You
I'm
know,
assuming
it's
not 27.
28. Yeah.
I mean, look,
Oh.
it's a sentinel, all right. I wouldn't be surprised if she has some spell or some crap to like up her AC by 5 or whatever.
I mean,
That'd
give
still
me a
be
moment.
23.
I actually can do that with a D8.
Told you.
But can you get to a 27?
Ooh, you know what? I would be too shy. So even if I maxed, I would not. be
But
quite
I do
Okay.
have a reaction to add another 5 to you. If
Oh
that
no!
works.
Here we go. Yep.
Do you
There
want
you
to
go.
combo this? Do we want to combo
Let him
this?
cook, let him cook.
Let's
Let
do
him
it.
cook.
Let's
Block
do
of
it.
27.
Yup.
Let's do
So
it.
5,
So that's 5.
Do some-
Okay.
5, and then you
bullshit.
need.
Okay.
Okay. How much do you need after the 5? Additional.
Let me count.
You're at
Yeah,
like
that's
what,
at
17 or
22.
something?
22,
Mhm.
3, 4, 5. It's 27 or 28 I need to beat?
You need to be
27.
27. So you need to get up to at
Okay.
least 28.
Just lost my math.
Well, no, meets it, beats it. So 27 will beat it.
23,
but that's
22,
only for
okay.
attacks.
No, meets it beats it on
others.
AC. So if you got 27,
Yeah.
your AC is 27, it hits.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So
Which
that's an
needs
AC.
28.
Yeah, that's an AC, not a skill contest. You're right.
Oh, shit you not. I rolled a 5, which makes it 27. I
Oh,
shit
it still
you
hits
not.
you.
Bruh,
No,
Why
No!
you more?
you needed
All right.
more!
All right. So,
Yeah,
no,
for
this is,
them.
you're the
Yes.
defender.
Yeah, well, it was worth a shot.
We
Sorry,
tried.
guys.
It was funny.
very
It
close, very
was.
close.
It was
It was an
awesome.
attempt.
So 2 things need to happen. First of all, you're both going to take a bit of damage. So Orta, that's 10. Zuri, that is also 10.
Don't we make rolls against being grappled?
And that's the
As well?
dammy. That's the dammy. I haven't done the grapple
Oh,
roll
oh.
yet. We're getting to that. I'm doing the dammy first, just so we don't
What-
miss
what-
and forget steps.
I got distracted. What was it?
This is against
Alright.
it.
Again.
You guys both
Well,
took 10 dammy, and now I need you both to do me an athletics check, please.
Okay.
And this is a bit
Ooh.
being grappled, right? So there's
25.
bonuses
Where
for
were
that.
these dice the other day? My god.
What'd you roll?
I'm counting. Hold on. I don't know what my athletics is.
Yeah.
17.
I got
Okay.
a 25.
So thankfully, you guys have seen this Gundark's little tricks earlier about grabbing people and throwing them or smashing them and whatever. So while you do get nicked by the claws, you manage to avoid being fully grappled, and it will just end its turn with a bite instead of a free pummel.
Me, I assume?
You know what? I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna flip a coin, and we'll see who it chooses to
I'm
hit.
hoping the aggressive attack helps.
Yes. Well. Yeah, it's going after you.
Oh, thank god. Okay.
The bite
Might be
is going to be a 26. Which
Her AC is 27 right now.
I was about to say that's until the next turn, until your next turn, right?
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, in that case, exactly. It comes to chomp at you, but you do the amazing thing here of
The force.
managing to like it comes to bite at you, and you just kind of extend that one arm, and its teeth just chomp shut right in front of your hand, not ever quite making
Along with
it
my
to you.
shield.
Along
Yeah.
with
I
the,
would be your
the shield.
shield. Yeah, basically shield it, and I'm just like, ah.
Yep. You just kind of go nope as it chomps like you can smell its foul breath, as it chomps its mouth shut right in front of your hand, just missing it by mere inches. Which roll goes over as easy.
I just realized all these abilities that I can do is pretty much playing a battle master. It's just all maneuver shit that I can constantly keep
Yep.
doing until I run out of dice,
Out
basically.
of points, yeah.
Well, that was a
Yeah, out of
shit roll
points.
to hit. So the first hit, it's only a 12.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fail?
No, the first one will bounce off of its thick, leathery skin, as you
Yeah,
don't
that's
seem
what
to
I
manage
thought.
to find an angle that penetrates here.
Come on, die, don't screw me now. That's better. That's a 19.
Yeah, right, Fabled for a level 5 team as well. Gotta love the combos. You said that's a 19? Yeah, that one will hit.
Alright, so with sneak attack
Gimme
damage, that's.
It knows where you are right now, by the way. It did throw something in your direction at this point.
Oh, no, I know. I haven't been hiding after that first thing, but yeah.
Oh, I was just wondering why you were... Oh, because flanking, I'm assuming?
Yeah, because they're within 5 feet.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we are using flanking rules. Okay, perfect.
Well, it's not flanking, it's how sneak
That's not
attack
flanking.
works.
That's
Yep.
just. That's
Yep.
yeah. That's just a.
Yeah, no, I
So I don't need advantage if an enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it.
makes
Yep.
sense. Okay.
5,
It's distracted.
11, 12, 13 plus 4 is 17 energy damage.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't been hiding from it most of this fight, so I
Nope, you're
think you
good.
knew where I was.
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna shift over a little. Try to grab myself. There we go. Just to kind of continue to move. Maybe have pay attention in multiple directions. I'll be in my turn.
That's interesting. It says that you don't need advantage on the tackle if the enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. That enemy isn't incapacitated. So if it is incapacitated, you don't get the sneak attack. What? Oh no, because yeah,
So
but then
if-
if it's incapacitated, you get
Not a
the
threat.
No, the
Basically.
enemy of
You
the
get the
enemy.
advantage.
So if I was
If
incapacitated,
that enemy, okay, that same enemy, okay,
Yeah.
okay, the wording was a bit weird. Got you.
It
Okay.
is a bit weird, but if Order becomes like, if Order's my person I'm getting using for my sneak attack, and he goes down, he no longer applies as being an enemy.
Got you. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, very good. Awesome. Yeah, so you've done
Basically, he has to
crazy.
be able to threaten him.
Yep,
If
you've
he's not
been
threatening.
doing pretty crazy amounts of damage here. That moves us on to Orta.
Orta is going, knowing its tricks, is going to use a spell called Defensive Technique. Actually, do I have my sheet in here? I should have my sheet in here. Is this... No, it's not updated. Oh well, I'll fix it in Roll20 eventually. I've just been using the site. I have a cantrip called Defensive Technique that basically says if I'm forced to make a saving throw, the creature making me make the saving throw takes a d6 psychic damage, and I get an additional d4 to add to the saving throw. The power then ends.
Okay, very nice.
And,
That's very good, actually.
Yeah, so I will roll the Defensive Technique attack. It also deals an additional... Because I'm 5th level, the attack deals an extra d6 psychic damage if it hits. 25 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. 26. Six. Sorry, maybe I'll again. I want to use pretty dice for d6. 5, 2 normal damage, 3 psychic damage, and actually, because I want to, I'm also going to spend 2 force points for force empowered strikes, so 2 additional d8 of damage. I had wanted to do that prior.
Damn.
Anyways.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, go for it.
Do it.
Another 7 damage from the force empowered strike.
Very nice. Yep. Yeah, you
Like
can see. Yep.
Like my fist is like filled with like force energy, which as I hit sort of like channels into its head to deal the psychic damage, and then like an extra burst of force energy sort of comes out of my arm and pushes the Gundarkest Knight stagger a bit more from the damage.
Yep.
As I basically just watch it, like as I like continue to try to be a threat, basically.
Yep.
No bonus action.
Trying
Really?
to pull
Yeah.
his attention each and other way.
Right. It's just like it's gonna get dizzy just from going back and forth between you and Siri.
Actually, I might do my last channel of force bonus
Good.
action to heal another 8 HP.
All right.
Do it.
Yeah, I need to stay
I
up.
think it's a good idea.
Yeah. I heal 8 HP with my last channel of force for the day. For the rest, I guess. Yeah. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean. 100%.
And that is my turn.
Okay. On that note, at this point, having reached a certain threshold in its damage, this thing will use another legendary action as it will take a deep breath.
Oh, no.
And it will let out a very high-pitched, angry screech of a howl. I need Orta, Zuri, and Mibble, all 3 of you guys, to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
It is taking 2d6 psychic damage from defensive technique.
That is fine. It will take the 2 dice in one. You want to roll the damage? Go ahead.
Yeah, 5 damage more.
Okay.
And then my saving throw, nobody's within 5 feet of me right now, I don't think.
No.
Yeah, no. So nobody else gets the constitute bonus to the saving throw from my aura.
I'm sorry, this is
21.
Constitution saving throw, you said?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay.
I got a 21.
You are good.
Just 3 is
Nibbles
9.
holds its ears down as it's
Yep.
screeching.
27.
You're good.
I'm consistent, 17.
Okay. So yeah, thankfully, all of you managed to.
I also get a free D4 as well. So that was actually 30 on the saving throw. Thank you.
Show off.
All right.
If I get a free D4 on the saving throw, I'm gonna use it.
I do not blame you for free guidance.
So with
Yeah.
the reduced damage from the successful Constitution saving throw, you guys will only be taking 10 damage here instead of the 20 that was coming your way.
I dislike this.
And this moves us on to Zuri.
Yeah, that hurts me. I don't like these. Yeah, gonna do the same thing before. Going to slice it open.
All right. Give me the lightsaber-oni.
Nat 20.
Here we go.
I
Do
forgot.
it.
I forgot. Are we doing brutal critical in this system?
Yep.
Yes.
You
Yes.
guys are level
We
5
just
and
got
up.
to
Brutal
it.
critical is in effect.
Okay, I am gonna use my kinetic die. So if that's the case, it's gonna be.
You already enough numbers, I can math for you.
Yeah. Let me get my sheet real quick.
8.
12. So that's 20
Mhm.
times 2, so that's 40. And then
So
the
brutal
regular-
critical is you get max damage off of the first set of dice that you were supposed to roll, and then
then
you
you
get to
roll.
roll
and then
them a
roll for
second
the other
time.
one? Okay.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's not whatever your roll is times 2. It's you get full on the first one and then you roll the
That's
second set.
25.
There you go. That's better. That makes more sense.
Don't forget to add your bonus in twice.
Oh, that's 29 then.
Okay.
Because it's your max dice plus the bonus, then the roll plus the bonus.
Yes, that's right.
That's what makes it brutal.
So at this point, right, the Sentinel, Zuri here, completely basically predicts this thing's movements, as you guys have been able to observe it fighting you for quite a while now, a good 40 minutes actually. This thing's been taking a while to go down. And it swings with its left arm, and Zuri just kind of slides under, raising her lightsaber. It swings with its right arm, and she repeats the process with the second blade of her lightsaber, basically just chopping both of its arms off, then spinning low and chopping both of its legs off, and this thing basically ends up torso falling forward, impaled on her outstretched lightsaber as she completely dismembers it and then, stabs it through the throat. It is dead.
Way to go, Zuri.
Oh my.
As that critical did it and robbed it of its last few HP.
If we're out of initiative order, I would like to stop and listen to see if there's anything incoming based on that howl.
No, if anything, it seemed to have had the opposite effect, as everything in the nearby neighborhood has run for their lives.
Okay. I will let the group know. I don't hear anything coming at the time.
Okay, so destroying the nest.
Well, I think Order at least needs a breather. He took a beating, trying to keep that thing away from us. Walk over and hold out one of those Colta packs that he bought for us.
Well, he said he had a few on him.
I have a few on me.
I am very sorry I am late, as she will lay a hand on him and heal you for 9.
Okay. Healed for 9.
My whole character's just revolved around D8s. This is just my life now. It's just everything's D8.
Yep. I know the feeling. Try playing a cleric.
Right. Okay.
How's Order looking after the healing he's gotten?
You know, I'm feeling like a solid 21 out of 49.
So a little over half.
Okay.
Zizu's still holding out that Colta pack, waiting for you to grab it. She doesn't care that you had some on you. You need something.
Zuri grabs the Goldo pack. Wait, pause.
So you didn't get stabbed with vibro dagger.
No,
Just
no,
kidding.
bad. No, no in-party fighting, thank you. Okay, so the with the big, the great beast felled here, you guys do remember that, trophies from particularly big Gundarks do net you guys rewards potentially. As you remember, the Keeper of Tradition had a particularly big Gundark claw hanging outside his hovel, his house up in the trees. This may or may not be the opportunity for you guys to grab some trophies and potentially earn rewards when you get back.
I wonder if the claw is bigger than his.
Only one way to find out, yes?
Yes.
I mean, I'll try and collect some teeth. Things look like they got some nasty ass teeth.
It does. Zuri can tell you
Disembowel it.
firsthand.
I can disembowel it. It's cool. No.
Right.
Alright, so what were you rolling
It's
for
not
this?
awful on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
What are we rolling for this?
I'll probably ask for a survival roll. Or a medicine check, actually. Whichever one you guys feel more comfortable with.
For
It's
getting
all the
the
same
arm or
for
the
me.
tooth?
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Are you grabbing arms or teeth? Nibble.
Eh, I'll grab teeth. They're small enough.
Okay. Maybe you'll get a couple of teeth.
I also got a 22. Sorry,
Okay.
no. 21. I can math. I
Yep.
looked at the wrong line.
I'm not a very delicate person with this type of stuff, so Orta's just gonna grab one of the already severed arms and start carrying that.
Okay. Sure. God damn it. Yeah, very good. Zuri, were you gonna grab something?
No.
Okay.
Well,
So you
if
guys
anyone's
grab.
not grabbing the other arm, I'll drag it behind.
What's Mibble's strength score?
carry both.
Strength is a +1.
Roll me an athletics roll.
Athletics.
And this is why Zizu did not attempt to grab any claws. Zizu has a 7 in her strength.
That is gonna be a 17.
You know what? Funny enough, the rabbit decides it wants a claw. The rabbit pulls on the arm, and the arm, and just starts dragging the arm along with it. For now, at least. The arm's probably
He does get
bigger
tired
than you are.
as
Yeah.
he's
So
dragging.
I feel like there's some sort of lucky rabbit's foot type joke here.
Yeah.
I just can't quite put my finger on it.
Mibble's just like, this is my lucky gun dart claw.
It's gonna net me a lot of money.
Well, maybe not money, but it'll let you something with the Wookiee population. That's for sure. They admire that kind of capacity for hunting large targets.
Also the nest.
Well, this is where we're going at, right? And then you kind of realize that the nest is mostly empty when you guys get there. The reason being that, you guys just killed the alpha, it screeched, and a lot of the others ran. And you had killed the matriarch earlier as well, so as a result, they're kind of out of heavy hitters, we'll call it that. And the smaller ones, without the direction of the bigger, more menacing specimens, have kind of split up and ran off in which direction. So the nest itself at that point is fairly empty, but it's what you see beyond that nest that cuts your breathing short for a few seconds, as you will see what the image that you guys are currently seeing on the map. these mountains full of forest leading to this enormous dome-shaped tree off in the distance.
Huh.
Orta and Zuri, can I ask you both to do me a little check here?
What is that?
Give me a minute, I'll tell you. Either insight or insight or perception. And Zuri, since you're used to doing force things, you might have actually advantage on that perception check.
Which check, sorry?
Give me a perception check, please.
Oh, perception check.
Yes, please.
17 plus 9, 26.
Okay.
That's okay. 17.
Very good. So both you and Zuri, Orta, feel this through the force. There's something about that place. Actually, Orta, you instinctually know that's the place that the shaman said was holy to the Kashyyyk people, to the Wookiees.
Did the Force tell me?
Basically, you feel it in your gut. It's a certainty. You're like, yep, that has to be the place.
So, like the Gundark Pit?
Or beyond it.
Just beyond the Gundark Pit.
That dome tree we see in the distance.
Yep.
Gotcha. I did not hear the words
Exactly.
because my brain was turning off. I apologize.
It's fine. It is getting a little late for some people.
We need to go there after resting. I basically sort of like abruptly say that as I'm like carrying 2 giant arms.
Well, technically,
Looking
I
at the
have
tree.
one of them.
Oh, if you're carrying one of them, there.
It does look intriguing. Why don't we take our spoils up first, though?
Yes. We can rest, but that is where we need
Speaking
to
of
go. I can feel it.
Speaking of
Just-
spoils, as we walk back through, can I find like the skull left over from the matriarch? I know the bones were picked clean, but maybe the skull's still there.
Yeah, we'll roll for that in a minute. Sorry, Mibble, you were
Yeah.
trying to say something.
Just for in case of insurance, I am going to set down that frag mine in the center of the nest there that they had,
Like the
just in
entrance
case
tunnel.
they come back.
Okay.
So I'm going to set that up. That way, if they try to come back and reuse the nest, kablooey.
Okay. No problem. Can you roll me to set the trap? Or to see how well you set it, because that'll be the DC they'll have to beat. if they
What
come
do I
home.
need? I got technology. I got
Let's see. Yeah, either again survival for how you'll camouflage it, or I'll allow technology. Just yeah, either stealth, survival, or tech.
I will give
Okay.
guidance.
how much does guidance get?
At 5th level, it gives a
It's a
D6.
D6.
6. And I have a 6 on there. So that's going to be a complete total of 29.
Okay, awesome.
That's pretty good.
My tech is 10.
So yeah, you set it up and you camouflage it in a way where nobody can see it. If they come home, they're gonna get kablooied.
Anybody else who happens to come across that pit will get kablooied.
Yep.
Somebody's getting kablooied the moment
Yup.
they get here, basically.
Absolutely.
List of stuff.
So, Zuri, yeah, like I said, just like Orta, you feel like there's something calling you to that tree. And it's definitely pulling you, like, it's almost like that pulling sensation in the pit of your stomach.
Well, as soon as we feel better, we can make our journey over there.
Agreed.
Okay. So on that note then, you guys, I'm assuming, start to make your way back. Zizu, don't worry, I didn't forget. But yeah, you guys start to make your way back, I'm assuming, yes?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you guys make your way back towards the surface, right? And take that elevator crank all the way back up
With our
to
spoils.
to the wiki town with your spoils. You can see that the elevator operator is kind of impressed by the sheer size of the damn thing you guys killed. You get back to that platform, right, in the tree, that huge platform in the tree, and the Wookiees are definitely kind of almost crowding you a little bit to kind of see what you guys are dragging home with. As this is probably one of the largest Gundarks they've seen. Like, killing an Alpha Gundark is not an easy feat, as you guys have seen yourselves.
I felt
And
it, yes.
yeah, Orta's like, yeah, my HP bar, thank God I can heal because he killed my HP bar twice over.
Actually, yeah. Unironically.
Mibble is huffing and puffing from dragging the claw.
Are you sure
Yeah,
you
I
don't
wish-
want me to take that Mooble?
It's much to the amusement of the Wookiees seeing you dragging a clawed arm that's bigger than your body yourself. And there's definitely a bit of laughing going on, as yes, Orta did ask you if you wanted to his help to carry the second claw.
Yeah,
Or the second
sure.
arm.
Why not?
Yeah, Orta takes it, slings it over his other shoulder.
Yeah, Mibble's like, where's Brick when I need him?
Pretty much.
Where's the man who will do all the heavy lifting for me when I need him? God damn it.
Still in
As,
jail, as far as I know.
Still in the what? Yeah. In the jail, yeah.
Occasionally, Orta will use the hand to wave at random people.
There we go.
Need a hand? It comes in handy.
I don't mean to point any
You're
fingers.
gonna catch these hands if you keep this going. All that to say, at that point though, yes, Zizu, sorry, you wanted to check for the matriarch's skull. Can you give me another survival check, please, or perception check? Hell, I'll even take an investigation.
Yeah, I'll do an investigation.
Gimme.
That's cocked. I can't read that. That's going to be a 23.
Okay, yeah, you do find the skull from the matriarch. Picks clean itself as well, but the bones are still there and surprisingly intact.
That's okay, because the bones make it more likely that I can carry this thing.
Okay,
So I want to collect the skull as I go.
all right, athletics roll. The DC will definitely be lower than if if it had not been picked clean or whatever, but there's still a DC to be seen here.
Well, I rolled a 16, so that's a 14.
Yeah, that's enough to carry a skull bone around. I mean, it's a little awkward and it's hard to carry and it's a pain in the butt, but you still manage to drag it along with you.
That's what the forearms are for.
Pretty much being able to carry something while still holding your gun. Or should I say your laser blaster? Your laser rifle. Blaster rifle? Blaster rifle. There we go.
Blaster
That's the one. Blaster rifle.
Pistol.
Blaster rifle. Oh, you're using pistols. Okay,
I
never
use
mind.
pistols.
Yep, your blasters. Okay. Well, either way, you managed to drag that stuff along. Where do you guys go with said spoils, by the way?
I mean, I
Is
assume
there
we're
a
going
place
to
to sell them?
take him to the chief as proof that we finished the job.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, you guys go back to the chief
Not a bad
then.
idea.
And as soon as they see what you guys are carrying, the two guards move right out of the way, and they immediately let you into the chieftain's audience chamber, if you want to call it that. And yeah, you guys show him these trophies, or what do you guys do once you walk in?
Orta would try to remember to take the group translator.
You still have
Oh.
it because you're the one buying stuff.
I don't know,
You were
Mibble
the
had
la-
it for a little bit.
Nope, but you were the last one to make a purchase with the Colto packs.
True.
So you had it.
Okay, whatever. Yeah, Orta's like, the deed has been done. We have taken down the Alpha, which seems to have scared away the rest of the Gundarks.
Mm.
And we left a surprise at the nest, should any try to return.
It it appears that, well, again, this is in Shiriwook, so to anybody else, it just sounds like, Chewbacca talking right now. Yeah, I'm not doing those. But, to somebody who can understand the language, yeah, it's basically saying that, it's impressed with what you've done because very few warriors, even with a group of experienced hunters, are capable of taking out such a massive Gundark Alpha. And he grins and he says that you can consider your debt or for your previous offense paid off in full, and no grudge will be held, as you've effectively helped save his people from potentially a Gundarkness going out of control next door.
I thank you for giving me the opportunity to pay back the debt for my wrongdoings.
Who are you saying that to?
The chief.
Right.
As like
Okay.
a sort of
Yep.
bow.
Yeah.
Big
No.
formal
So
bow.
yeah, he grunts and roars something in Shiriwook, which roughly translates to him saying that that's nonsense at this point. You both helped protect this village, and so he definitely has he says, if anything, that the village itself now is grateful to you, and that you'll always find welcome here in this village. That being said, do you guys decide to go back to the ship, or is there anything else you want to do first?
Well, we've got to figure out what to do with these trophy pieces.
Correct. Well, if you go back to that vendor at the Central Plaza, he'll take them off your hands.
Okay.
Or so
And-
says the chief, if you guys say that in front of him.
Yeah, I feel like we'd ask what to do with these.
Either way, yeah. They say that, great trophies like that one are hard to come by and even harder to fight for, so yeah, take it to the market and use them to bargain for better items, better things, better food, better healing,
Perchance.
better whatever you can get your hands on, really.
We'll take at least. I would personally take at least one to the. You kept calling him a shaman, so now I'm thinking he's.
Yeah, I'm in the Keeper of Tradition. Sorry, it's
One to the
wrong
Keeper of
title.
Traditions,
Late
and
night
then-
brain wires crossing. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
and
And
then the other
Mibble
one for
wants to take the
trades.
other arm back to
Alright.
the place where he can get parts and stuff.
Yeah, sorry, Mibble. Though 1 sec, I am trying to hear what Ortho was saying, and we will get to the scrap guy in a sec.
Oh yeah.
So you bring
I
it
was
to
just
the
saying-
Keeper of Tradition.
Yes, one of them.
And-
So long as everybody's okay with that.
And you were saying
Yeah, that was
that was it.
just
Okay.
yeah, just bringing it to the Keeper of Tradition.
Okay. And Mibble, you said you want to take one to the parts guy, yeah?
Yep, because I want to see if I can get anything else that's really good.
So first things first, you for the Keeper of Tradition, right?
Mhm.
How do you bring that to him?
I mean, the same. I sort of just come and knock on the door, whatever sort of entryway they
Yep.
use on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
And when I enter, I'll give a bow. Just be very formal. Ord is a very formal guy, so. And be like, with our most recent task completed, we were able to get sort of a couple of trophies
Mm.
that I feel might adorn your walls better than mine. Again, unless anybody, while I'm taking this, would want to keep the trophy, just say so.
Like I said, I want to take the one arm back to the parts dealer.
So you can sell it, yeah, I know. But I mean, like, if we want to keep one ourselves.
Each one.
What about Zuri? Did you want to keep one of the arms?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, then yeah. I bring it to the Keeper of Traditions, and I'm like, we were able to get our hands on a couple of trophies, and we figured that this would adorn your wall better than ours.
Okay. Well, on that note, when you say that, the Keeper of Tradition does bow deeply, and he says, "Well, that was quite the hunt you've all participated in."
It's Gundarks do not make it easy, by any means.
He roars, and you realize for a while that the staccato in his roar is him laughing out loud as hard as he can.
Yeah.
As you know, what you just said struck a chord clearly as he is laughing his rear end off. He'll turn to you and say, "Well, here's the reality of it. Hunting a Gundark is a right to adulthood for the people of Kashyyyk. As far as I'm concerned, you guys having killed this thing makes you now qualified." And he'll mention to you guys and say, "When you went to the nest to clear out the Gundarks, yes? Did you perhaps see it in the distance? That big tree that's shaped like a dome?"
Yes.
Perfect. Well,
Well.
brain.exe on my end, one sec. Yeah.
DM.exe is not working.
He'll say that dome tree is actually is our ancestral tree. That place, you know, I warned you about not going to before, but seeing how you're this strong, and now all technically considered adults by Wiki standards, well, you're not strangers anymore. You have my permission to go.
Urta will bow deeply in return and basically say, we sincerely appreciate your acceptance of us.
He'll nod and say, "Well, please do remember this, please do remember that this is one of our most sacred, you know, locations. I would very much appreciate it if you did not,
Destroy anything.
yeah, apply the outsiders, you know, personalization to solving issues."
If there's one thing you can trust Jedi
AK
to
collateral
do,
damage. Mm-hmm.
it is treat historical sites with a certain degree of respect.
Well, on that note, then, I hope you all find the answers you're looking for.
We appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate you all getting rid of this imminent threat to the city. Gundarks breed and breed and breed, and when they run out of food, they start expanding again. Repeat the process over and over again, and, well,
Etc. Etc.
basically. But on that note, what this means is at this point the audience is more or less, you know, with the keeper of knowledge, of lore here, of tradition to be exact. The conversation is mostly over. Now it's really just a question of you guys going ahead and
Getting good stuff.
yeah, for Mibble, trading it in. And depending on what the rest of you decide to do with your body parts, we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'm looking to trade in the body parts I collect as well, both the teeth and the giant skull. I was just waiting for us to get there.
When you get to the market, it's the same crowding effect, seeing what you guys are carrying with you, that everybody else has, as you immediately get swamped.
Sell it here. We'll give you good stuff. Sell here.
Pretty much. Zuri, what are you doing right now? While all this is going on, besides, obviously talking to the keeper of tradition here. Hello?
Zuri is very lost in thought.
Ah, or bothered with child.
Well, I was trying not
Yeah.
trying to say something in character for Zuri.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay. Well, while Zuri figures it out, we will go back to you guys shopping here. Let's start with
No worries,
with
Zora.
Mibble here.
Okay, so parts guy.
Okay. So you go to the parts guy, you pull out this thing, and you're like, "What can you give me for that?" Right?
I point to the arm that's still on Orta's shoulder.
What are you
Give me something very good. That's all I say.
he kind of grunts like and asks you, "Okay, but like what kind of good are we talking about?"
I could get parts for the ship, right? Like I could get parts to better the ship, right?
Yep, that's another possibility.
What can I get that can better maybe offense the ship? Like weaponry.
Let me see what I can find for you. Mm-mm-mm. So they're going to give you sorry, just give me 1 minute. I'm trying to figure out
Not a
which
problem.
like item upgrade they have for you. Or flat out item. I'm comparing all my tables with all my loot in it, so just give me 1 minute.
Not a problem.
Mhm. Um, yeah, so he'll come back to you, right? So remember we were talking about, different parts doing different things, right? This one is for a chamber.
For the ship.
No, those are the personal items. The ship items I'll get to in a second. This is just for you, like as a mod. And sec. Yeah, the chamber you find, it's a Mandalorian chamber. What it does, and it's the Mark II, so what it does here, I'll actually send you. Okay, so that'll be for the part. Now, as for the ship, I don't know if this is here. No, I have to get it somewhere else. Give me 1 second here.
No
Um,
worry.
First, let me throw you this for your troubles. This is it, and the one.
Why am I picturing Mibble going up to this guy and being like, "What can I get for this?" And the guy just kind of looks there a little dumbfounded, and Mibble starts like digging through everything, just little
Right.
putting in piles of like crap.
Stuff.
Ears poking out at some point. You can't see the rest of Mibble.
Yep,
Just like digging around.
exactly. Now, this being said, you do manage at this point to scrounge up for ship parts, and there isn't much, unfortunately, that fits the ship that you guys are currently using that you can find here. Um, I want to give you this item, and I'm like, no, that's too much. Gotta balance it. So, you said you wanted something that boosted the damage output of the ship, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Rather it be like extra guns or something that could be useful.
I'm looking up turbo laser parts here. Give me a minute.
Mibble starts stacking up parts, throwing them around, and be like, no, maybe. Starts getting piles going of maybe. I gotta look at these. Look, I'm trying to spell.
Ooh, I like this one.
Give me time to look.
So, while there's nothing that directly enhances the cannons themselves, because I would be swapping out the cannons for a bigger cannon battery or something, you do notice some fairly critical targeting upgrades that'll probably give you an extra +2 when you attempt to shoot the ship's lasers at someone.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take those.
Okay. Excellent. So, yeah, you got your thing. You said, Jesus, new character. Who does Zeri? You said you were looking for something.
Who?
Zizu. Did I say Zeri?
Yes.
Yep.
No, I meant Zizu. Sorry.
I know, but I had to give you a hard time.
Ziz. Let's go.
Zazazaza.
Z1,
Huzzah.
Z2, got it. Yeah, so she would be.
It's the too many names with K's again. Problem all over again.
Interested
I'm
in
gonna
looking
change my
for
name to
upgraders.
Zorta.
There you
Stop
go. Upgrades for her blasters.
Okay.
He did mention he's getting shipment for Coltopack soon, right?
Yep.
That was another buyer, I think.
He would make it. If you could set some aside for me that I can pick up when your shipment comes in.
He tells you all to come back tomorrow. He'll have them tomorrow. No, he doesn't do pre-orders. It's first come, first serve.
That's fair.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Just to avoid
Worst-
somebody, locking down the entire shipment before those have a chance to get their healing items.
Damn
Not
skeleton.
really was her intent. She just wanted,
No, I'm not talking about with regards to you guys. I'm talking about within the native
general.
wiki population too, so that
Yeah.
somebody who has more money or more buying power doesn't take the Colto packs from everyone else.
Yeah.
If you wake early and you get there early enough, you might still get some. But that aside, he hasn't received officially the shipment yet.
Okay. She doesn't want
Um,
to carry the skull back, so she's at least going to barter for that one first.
Yep.
So looking for upgrades for her blaster pistols, looking for. I know there was the ion power cell, so any other power cells she can find that's specialty.
Let's see, what else do we have here? For the blaster pistols. Mm, mm, mm. Where's my thing going? There it is. Okay. One thing you do find actually is something that's going to help you snipe. As they do have a scope for you.
Ooh, a scope.
Yep.
Paper.
1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? Give me the old D5, please, in the roll 20.
Yep. Nope, that's not it.
Slash R.
Thank you. 1. Apparently, Roll20 likes those for me.
Right. So what he gives you is a brand spanking new scope, right?
Okay.
And the one here is a Mark II of the pinpoint scope. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it has to be the Mark II. So what the Mark II is going to do here, it's going to make it that let's delete that. Sorry, this for these mods, this is not the best thing in the world. And this, even the owner kind of tells you, you know, careful in the beginning until, you know, people are aware of your presence here when you're using this, as this scope here is going to make your work as a sniper that much more effective. Basically, the way this thing works.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to convert this because this was meant for another system. It was meant for the video games. All these add-ons don't exist in 5e, by the way. This is me porting them over on the fly, which is why I'm mathing everything to make sure it's balanced, and it's taking me 2 minutes.
No,
But
that's
yes,
okay. It just explains why I couldn't find it. I was like looking in here.
yeah,
Like, wait a
no,
second.
you're looking in the wrong place. This is all off of the video games, and I'm porting them directly into the system because I love the customization process that you have in those video games for weapons and armor. But it doesn't exist in the 5e system, so I'm actually porting those right over right now, which is why it's taking me 2 seconds. I was not
worries.
expecting you guys to access this much loot in one session, which is not a problem. And no, it means you guys did a good job. Like, it's not a problem. It's just I'm like, oh my god, I'm a little unprepared for that much
Overwhelmed.
loot going out. But no, what you get is you get a weapon. You get a pinpoint scope, and what it'll do here for the Mark II, right, is on a DC of 14. Right, for I guess we could say dexterity.
Dex save or dex
Yeah,
check?
it's gonna be a dex save that they have to do
Mm-hmm.
when you do your attack.
on top of the regular AC and mathing and all, they have to do a dex save.
Okay.
And they have to be a 14. If they beat the 14, they're fine. If they don't beat the 14, they'll suffer 1 level of slow for 2 rounds.
Nice.
Ending on their turn, my turn.
This type of thing is at the end of their turn normally.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah, always important to do so.
Okay.
And so yes,
Yeah.
that scope will help you guys do some more damage
Can
by
I
slowing the
con-
opponent. Mm-hmm.
Since I'm training in the school, can I convince them to throw in the ion cell, power cell as well? She'll try. I don't know if it'll succeed. But she'll try to convince them.
Sure. How
Persuasion?
would you go about convincing him?
You've been so good to us so far. My plan, I don't know about everyone else, is if I get loot going forward, things like this going forward, I definitely want to come back here. Do you think you could, throw in that ion power cell along with this for, the skull here? It is an intact matriarch skull.
Give me a persuasion check here. Let's see if you can get him to do that.
Right.
Okay. 15. Straight die roll, but this die is like me today.
I mean, look. He kind of stops, for a few seconds and then just kind of grumbles at you in typical, like, displeased Wookiee here, as we've heard Chewbacca do this in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he gives you this like disapproving low growl here. Sorry, and then he kind of rummages through his inventory and gives you that the ion power cell. Yes.
Just to be nice, I'm also gonna throw him 10 credits.
Here's
Here's
a
a tip.
dime for your troubles.
Right. But yeah, so that's the pinpoint scope and that ion power cell for Yuzuri.
Awesome.
We'll go with that for now.
And then I'm gonna save the teeth that I pulled off the alpha to try and get power trade for some auto packs in the morning.
Yeah, he'll have to see about that part. But yes. On that note, if no, does anybody have anything else they want to turn in with regards to that?
Just have to wait for Zori. Zori.
I think. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Zuri, you're still busy with Kiddo, I assume?
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Yep. We assume she's still busy with Kiddo. All right. On that note, yeah, once you guys are done the shopping,
Yep.
okay, very good, thank you. So yeah, since you guys are done with the shopping, I think here is where you guys will be going more or less back towards your ship. I'm assuming you guys are gonna probably stay there the rest of the day and then probably sleep it off overnight and get back to it in the morning once more, yes?
Yep.
Yeah, it's fairly safe.
So you decide to do that, and
And
You
Memo
know.
will read his weapons book before he goes to sleep.
yep, add another 3 hours to that.
I want to install my new scope and then work on my survival.
Okay. It's probably gonna be one or the other tonight. Even though yes, you can stay up late.
That's fair. That's fine. I want the scope on.
Okay, so yeah, you take the time
I'll
to
put it on
attach.
my primary weapon.
Very good. You take the time to attach that scope to your primary weapon. It will be gaining a +1 to that d20 of accuracy that you'll be rolling.
Thank you.
No, wait, no, that's the scope. Sorry, no, that's the slow scope. Wrong scope. My bad.
Oh,
that's
sorry.
the other scope. Yeah, no, that's the slow scope you have, the pinpoint scope, right?
Yes.
Yes, my apologies. Um,
No worries.
Yep, it's the one with
late.
it's the slow DC 14. Yeah,
Yep.
with level 1 of slows for until the end of its round. Okay. Very good. So that's you got the pinpoint scope put on as of today. Mibble, you said you were doing what now?
I was gonna read my weapons book, which you told me to get put in 3 more hours before I head to bed.
Okay, that's in the notes. Orta, what are you doing?
Meditating again.
My man loves his meditations.
Yeah.
Like a real Jedi.
Yeah.
I must meditate. The universe is burning around us. I must meditate. Your robes are on fire. I must meditate.
This is
I
fine.
am unflappable.
And yeah, for Zuri, I'm sure we'll be able to catch up with her at the beginning of the next episode. It's been 4 hours, folks. I think we can call it here.
Sure.
So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna just do the little outro real quick, and we'll call it an evening for tonight. As our next episode will be seeing us go back to that giant tree and see what ancient mysteries planet Kashyyyk has been hiding from us. Which at this point means that if you do like our content, don't miss our other shows. On Mondays, we've got Destiny Forged. On Tuesdays, we, of course, have TOTOR on alternating Tuesdays, so we won't be there next week, but the week after. On Thursdays, we have 2 shows alternating, Tricorn Isles and Mass Effect. And then on Saturdays, we've got Withered Wastes and Wayward Wanderers. Not to mention also a new superhero show that we run on the last Saturday of every month called Would Be Heroes. And finally, don't miss our show about the lore called Behold Lore, of course, that you'll have on Saturdays, the first Saturdays of every month.
Which is coming up.
Yep.
Which is this Saturday.
Exactly. And if you guys like our stuff, you want to stay on top of it a little bit faster, a little bit more reactive, there's of course our Discord link in the chat. So again, don't miss everything that we do. We're always happy to talk with you guys, chat with you guys. Hope you guys had fun. And we'll be catching you guys in 2 weeks for some more TOTOR. Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Cheers.
So